Hello, my friend. How you going?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Oh, still recovering from 2 nights ago when when my mouth was on fire.
Do you know your reactions that night, like to the chip, the movie, were the funniest shit I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
Jess goes to me later. She goes, when Chris was sitting there eating the chips, she goes, he was eating the salt and vinegar, and she goes, he was so scared. He was like going, she goes, you could see it in his face.
I was.
So
Yeah.
scared.
Yeah. No, it was. Yeah, Paranormal Activity was next level as well.
Your paranoid activity. I know it's a weird way to explain it. Like those sort of movies can scare you, can't they?
Oh, you know what? I was watching The Watcher. I was telling you.
Yeah.
And Paranormal Activity is like way
Oh,
worse.
way worse than The Watcher.
Way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about The Watcher next week, won't we?
Well, as long as everyone else is watching it.
Yeah, we'll do a review on it, but spoilers. But we'll do a bit of a review on The Watcher.
Yeah. Why not?
Why not?
How you going, guys? Welcome to the HFD podcast, the best podcast in the world.
It is. It's the absolute best.
It is.
All right, we've got a few things here. So the first comment of the night is obviously in regards to the topic. Don't At Me says starvation. So I'm sure we'll get into that later.
True.
But then
true.
Reborn says, hey, Don't At Me. And then Reborn's, I don't know if that's his underachieving little brother, Reeves, is in the chat as well.
Reeves.
I'm sure that's Reborn. He says, hey, mate. What's up, HFD fam? Rob says, hey, guys. Don't At Me, hey, all. Reeves, there you go. Are you Reborn? And he says, yeah. And then he asks him, have you seen any ghosts lately? And Reeves says, would never doubt this. He goes, something was going on last night. I heard the stairs at like 2 a.m., but it was my grandpop's birthday, maybe visiting us. Oh, so it was your grandfather's no longer with us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
And what, it was his birthday yesterday, and then you could hear the stairs?
I think that's what he's saying.
Oh, my God. Why is he going to tell us when we watch Paranormal Activity?
Oh, you know what? If I was to go to England and meet Reborn,
Oh
I'd
my
be
God.
scared.
I'll be freaked out. You know why? Like,
Don't invite us to your house.
his staircase is starting to become like the Paranormal Activity
I know.
staircase. You know, because that staircase was next level in Paranormal Activity. And then he goes, your life is legit Paranormal Activity. Reborn's laughing. What happened to New York, boys? Well, we've got this, to go in with the theme.
Yeah. Well,
You know?
it's like our theme tonight is more of a scary thing because, like, we're still in
Still,
the Halloween spirit. I guess.
we're ending it. We're ending the Halloween spirit tonight. We do love the New York, though, don't we?
We do.
We do.
We do.
But it'll be back, I promise.
We'll be back next week.
It'll be back.
But no, New York. Yeah, we do love New York.
We do love New York. So
It was Halloween. Did you have? I mean, we did the Paranormal Activity.
we were doing Paranormal Activity on Halloween. That was our Halloween here, and I'll tell you what, that was one of the funniest nights of my year. Just
Well, you know
seeing
what, I went-
and I'm bit. You know what? Hope he's watching. I'm so upset that Jim didn't try a chip.
Oh yeah, that's
I
true.
even lick it, like, man,
Not even a lick. One lick.
dude. I
He
want to
could have had one lick and it
I
would be
know,
fine.
man. Far out. That upset me that he didn't.
That
try
was hot, man.
Oh, that was hot.
That was hot. That was really hot.
Listen, Rob was correct. There was definitely Paranormal Activity after.
Oh
eating-
yeah.
eating
It
that
was- if anyone's in the Discord, join our Discord, guys.
Yeah, yeah.
Description. I was telling you about the toilet.
Oh, mate.
Oh man, so
So yeah, it was.
pretty bad. But
yeah.
that night I went home. Oh, sorry.
No, yeah, it is alright.
I went home, and I was shitting myself.
Oh, yeah, you were scared. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I shit
Chris was
myself.
messaging me and he goes, this was the exact message, I tell you. He goes, I wanted to keep watching The Watcher. He goes, but I'm so scared of Paranormal Activity. I'm just watching Seinfeld.
Yeah. Yeah, that did happen. So, but
In regards to the topic, have you guys heard of the Nutty Putty Cave incident?
no.
And then Don't At Me says One Lick Jim. Tell us about that, Reborn. Should I Google that while we're live? What's it called? Nutty Putty Cave incident. Oh my God. If it's in regards to the topic, do I want to read it?
We're having a look now. There it is. Came straight up in the
It
Google
did,
search.
didn't it? I thought Nutty Professor was going to come up. Is a hypothermal cave located in west of Utah Lake in Utah County, United States. Formerly popular with cavers and known for its narrow passageways, Nutty Putty has been closed to the public since 2009 following a fatal incident. Oh, well. So they obviously got stuck in the canals.
See, that would be a pretty.
Oh, that'd be terrible.
Be stuck.
Because it would be
somewhere.
like I said, asphyxiation. Like
Yeah.
that would be.
Yeah, it would be.
26-year-old caver. All right, guys, I'll read it to you since we're on this topic. So the Nutty Putty Cave accident, if any, Reborn obviously brought it up. This article describes the Nutty Putty Cave accident in which a 26-year-old caver named John Jones, obviously not the UFC fighter, tragically lost his life in 2009. His death is a sobering reminder of how dangerous caving can be and why we should follow safe caving practices at all times when spelunking.
What's spelunking?
I'm guessing going through the caves. Yeah. So it tells you a bit about the caves, guys. Like you can located in Utah, exact Google Maps location here. Okay, so it tells you a bit about it. And then John Jones had plenty of caving experience, but not recently. Most of his spelunking was done when he was a kid. John's father frequently took him and his younger brother Josh on caving trips all over Utah. Jeez.
So
The
he was-
accident. So entering the cave, the brothers John and Josh decided to rekindle their love for caving and picked Nutty Putty Cave as their next conquest. It was 8 p.m. 8 p.m. on a Wednesday, just a few days before Thanksgiving, when they arrived at the cave site, they weren't alone. 9 more friends and acquaintances had joined them, so by caving standards, it was a quite large group that finally entered the Nutty Putty Cave. Everything went smooth for an hour or so. The party had explored the largest room in the cave, aptly named the Big Slide. Soon, John, Josh, and 2 of their friends decided to take up a challenge they had heard about, namely passing through the birth canal. So that's obviously a narrow and challenging passageway.
Oh, gosh.
Jesus Christ. Listen, it's huge article, guys, but so it obviously goes on to say, where is it here? It all went wrong 50 feet earlier. It was unclear from the conflicting sources on the internet whether Josh entered the birth canal and accidentally turned and wriggled into the Scout Eater, or if he'd missed the birth canal entirely and crawled into another passageway. Jeez.
Yeah, it's full
It
on.
does not lead anywhere. At least nowhere a 6 foot, 200-pound man can fit. So it's just, you're stuck.
Yeah.
Oh. To top things off, he had wriggled into a fissure that went nearly straight down, which made him unable to turn back on his own. The narrow crevice he was trapped in measured 10 by 18 inches. The size is comparable to the opening of a front-loading washing machine.
Oh, shit.
Except it wasn't a perfect circle and he was stuck in the tightest part of the opening. Trapped more than 100 feet below the ground and deep inside the cave, all John could do was wait and pray.
Yeah, that would be terrifying.
Jeez.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, his brother Josh was following him and was the first one to find John. Anxious of how much the rock had swallowed John, Josh tried to pull him out, but only managed to inch him up a little. As soon as he let John go, he slid right back into the crevice. That's harrowing, isn't it?
So how long before he died?
Here we go. Hi, John. The first man to arrive to help Susan was a local rescue volunteer who immediately dropped everything she was doing when she received the message. She got there. She said, "Hi, John. My name is Susie. How's it going?" "Hi, Susie. Thanks for coming," John said. "But I really, really want to get out." So then it's saying within the next few hours, tens and tens of rescuers arrived. Oh my God, it's got pictures. Like they're trying to drill through rock cavity, like with hammer drills.
That's
and
crazy, man. Yeah, forget it. I'm not going to.
Well, I'm not going.
Actually,
caving.
I've been a few Ks before.
That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not
But,
going. I'm not going to Nutty Putty.
I mean, that's very confined space.
Yeah, man. That's.
You know, if you're claustrophobic, forget about it.
John had been trapped for 19 hours at this point. It's saying.
That's crazy.
Disaster strikes. Here we go. When the rescue team pulled John upward for a 4th time, something happened. The entire team fell backward as the rope suddenly went loose in their hands. The closest rescuer felt something hard hit his face and passed out for a second. When he came to, he saw nothing but dust. Once the dust settled a bit, he realized stone arch near John's legs, where the rope was tied around, had shattered. And the nearest key bolt had broken off. He couldn't make out if it was dust where exactly John was, but soon he realized John had slid right down the crevice again, this time seemingly even deeper than before. This is crazy, man. A total of 137 rescuers worked hard for 27 hours to save John, but had to leave the tragic site with empty hands and heavy heart. He was pronounced. Soon after, a medical professional crawled into the cave and reached John at midnight, November 25th. John was pronounced dead. He was 26 years old.
Yeah, it's crazy.
The next day, the authorities determined that it was too difficult and dangerous to get his body out the cave. So Nutty Putty Cave will forever remain the final resting place for John Edwards Jones. His grave is actually the cave. That reborn is crazy. That is got to be in the top of the lists of how a bad way.
I reckon, like, I was talking to you before the show, and I was saying, oh, you know, what if you jumped off a building and, like, really at height and, like, died that way?
Yeah.
It'd be scary, but I reckon that'd be worse.
That's worse, yeah.
Isn't it?
Yep.
Because you're free, you know?
Yep.
Like, who wants to be stuck somewhere where you can't get out? That would be the worst, man.
Far out, man. That's bad. Worst way to die, being owned by the Glazers. I agree, Genwell. Nice one, Gen. But how about dying in front of an audience as a bad comedian? Oh my God, that'd be bad.
Dying in front of an audience.
Yeah, as a bad comedian.
That's
Hey, Reeves. Hey, all. Jess says, hi, Jess. Rob says, hey, Jess. There's so many bad ways to die. Oh, my God. He was stuck upside down for like a day in the tight space, Reborn is saying after we've read it. Yeah, like Susan, what a legend. She was there. Hi, HFD family. Sorry I'm late, Amanda says. Hey, Amanda.
Hey.
Yeah,
Amanda.
see, like Rob said that there. Yeah, dying when you can see your savior unable to get you or you can't move to safety would be, that's what I said. It's harrowing, man. Like that's, and I agree with Jess. That's a real bad one. Being eaten alive. You know how, like, we're saying,
Oh yeah,
you
like
know when you watch like the nature documentaries and a lion has got like a whatever, a wildebeest, and it's eating it, and the wildebeest is just sitting there alive.
yeah. Oh, that'll be terrible.
That's fucked up.
Well, like if I go swimming in the beach, like I'm always worried about a shark.
Oh, mate, no.
Like, if
Can
a shark, that would be terrifying.
Can anyone tell me honestly they're not scared of sharks? There's got to be some sort of fear of a shark.
Yeah,
There has to be, man.
especially a great white.
Oh,
Hey,
there has to be. Great whites. Like
when I fell into the Swan River the other month when I was over in Perth, like
Yeah.
all I could think of was like I'm gonna get attacked by a bull shark here.
Yeah. Oh man.
And like this gets through your mind.
Do you know what the thing about great whites are for me is like you see it in the movie Jaws, right? They have a face like their eyes are like a porcelain doll. It just has no
Oh,
emotion.
yeah, that's right.
It's just so it's looking at you with these eyes.
I think that's worse.
Yeah, and yeah, that's what I mean because it just
Yeah.
looks like it's got no emotion.
No.
And I was watching. I don't know how true this is, but I was watching this like documentary about like sharks. And listen, I'm no marine biologist or anything, but like what the guy was saying is that they don't have like a pain receptor like mammals. Like if we bite something,
No.
you know, like a hook, and it hurts them, they'll go back for it. They don't because it doesn't.
Yeah.
They don't realize that it's hurting them. You know, like a fish, like us, a trap will get us and be like, oh, I'm not going back there. A shark's not like that. It just keep coming back.
Well,
Like
no, but apparently sharks don't like the taste of us.
yeah, that's why people survive. They bite us
And then they
and
go.
like mangle us,
Oh, yeah, of course.
but then they're like, ugh.
yeah, they go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How's
because I
that?
think
I think
you're
we're
a seal.
seals, yeah. Because they're not, yeah, they've got small.
Yeah,
Yeah, shark taking a bite out of you is up there, just said. Yeah.
I reckon anything like I know Amanda, she's like drowning. Is another big one.
Yeah.
That's like claustrophobic as well because
Oh.
if you go underwater,
Well, that's what I'm saying. To me, asphyxiation, which is even that guy in the tunnel is probably the worst way to die because you will be in pain. Like,
you know what? I've heard like a lot of spiritual people talk about dying and being born.
yeah,
Being born is more painful, well, not painful, but like more traumatic,
probably.
and dying is like nothing.
Yeah, probably. I know what you mean.
That's what they reckon.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Compared to like how you came into the world. Yeah.
Have you seen the Stephen King novel where the guy has been pronounced dead, but he's still alive and can hear them preparing to do the autopsy, etc. on him? I've heard about that, Reeves. I don't remember what it's called exactly, but I have heard that story. It's like...
Have you ever seen the movie Hostel?
Yes.
That's a scary movie.
Yeah.
And
it's
like,
not scary. It's just, you know what's...
It's freaky.
Yeah, but do you know what's scary about that movie to me?
What?
Is that I actually believe something like that exists.
Oh, yeah. In those countries.
Yeah.
100%.
That's what's scary about it.
Even here,
I believe that there's these rich people
they're sickos.
that go pay to kill a person, and these places provide that for them.
Yeah.
I believe that's why Hostel's freaky.
Yeah, Hostel. I reckon it was freaky. It wasn't like jump
dude.
scary.
No, but freaky like that.
Freaky, yeah.
Because you're like,
Yeah, it was.
it freaks you out.
Yeah, and the way they were dying, far out. You know?
Yeah. Look up Emma the Shark on YouTube. A gentle giant loves pats by her human gym. That's unbelievable. That's great. Apparently he wrote it after being in a car crash and kind of experiencing it too. Okay. Like Stephen King. Yeah. Murder of Junko Fruta is one possibly the worst I've heard, Jess says. I've almost drowned when I was 10 years old. Was terrifying, and I still remember it like it happened yesterday. Yeah, that's what I mean. What's that, Jess? Can you elaborate more?
Yeah, drowning is...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, that's asphyxiation, like I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's all, and that's what Rob said. Agree. Suffocation, after a while of excruciating pain, the brain shuts down, the pain receptors, prolonged pain in practice diminishes its intensity. There you go. Oh my God, Reeves, Jess is saying. Listen, like, some of them are like full on. It's like Well, there's that Metallica song One is about a guy like that. If you listen to the lyrics, it's about a guy that stepped on a landmine
Uh,
and now he's just a torso
yeah, yeah,
with
yeah.
his head, no arms, can't
Oh,
see, can't hear, but can feel.
yeah,
Has no arms, no legs.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. It's interesting,
oh,
man.
dude, it's crazy.
Like getting hit by a car and dying. It's not as bad
Oh, listen,
as some
that story we just read, the word I used and Rob used it again is one of the most harrowing things I've read in a long time. That guy in the
Oh
cave.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's
oh, yeah. Stuck in a cave,
mate.
I've been in caves, man, and
Yeah.
like if you're a bit
Oh,
claustrophobic,
you're done.
yeah. You know what else is a scary thought? Like when you're in a plane, and you always think about all those plane.
Of course.
You know those fucking plane.
Of course.
What are they called? Those plane shows on
Yeah,
TV.
yeah.
What's that one called?
Oh, they're just like
Anyway.
air crash investigation.
Yeah, yeah, air crash event, and then like you're in the plane going shit.
Yeah.
What if like an engine goes, man?
Well,
you know,
I can
and like if like that would be really scary.
Well-
going down on the plane.
I can tell a story close to our family. My cousin died in a plane, and the whole family. And there's a one surviving child now. He was 1 year old, and now he's 18.
Was he in the plane?
He didn't go, so
Ah,
he's
okay.
survived the family. But my cousin
Right.
Demos, his name was, and his wife and everything. They were on a plane from Cyprus to Athens,
Yeah.
and the pilot. It was on air crash investigation.
Oh,
The
was it?
actual story about
Really?
it. They forgot to release the cabin pressure.
Right.
And it was in the papers, everything here. Like it was in 2004.
So it was a mistake done by the pilot.
Yeah. And what happened was it was on autopilot for Athens. So they had to shoot the plane. They got the fighter jets got next to the plane, and they pretty much said they could see all the people just sitting there dead because the cabin pressure never got released. So one button. He didn't release the cabin
Yeah,
pressure, and they said they didn't shoot it down, but listen,
What'd they do?
they reckon it crashed before it hit Athens. But I would say they shot it down because it was still on autopilot to hit Athens. And listen, all the people in the plane were already dead. And my cousin was on that plane with his family.
Sorry, man.
No, it's
Yeah, that sucks.
but it's, just showing these.
Yeah.
And that would have been, imagine that you're in that plane, cabin pressure, like Rob said, you're suffocating,
Yeah.
and you're in the plane. Like, I don't know, would they have went quietly because they were all sitting there when the planes got there? Like, I don't know. Like, it would be fucked.
No, but every time that you're on a
Oh,
plane.
you do? You think about that
But
shit.
you know what? When I was younger, I didn't give a shit.
No.
I'm like, yeah, but now that I'm
Because
older,
you're an adult now.
I don't know, man. You get like a bit scared.
Yeah,
Like,
when I was younger, I used to jump off the house too and didn't care.
but you know what they say? They say that the flying is the most safest thing to do.
It is because, like, they're saying,
I mean,
look how many cars there are on the road.
yeah,
It's way
that's
more.
right.
So I'll read a few of these. Death by 1,000 cuts would be brutal. Don't at me says. It probably would be. GT23, hey everyone. Hey GTA, go on, man. Jess says, raped and tortured by, I think, 4 guys over a 40-day period and full-on torture. Oh, that's the story. The Junko.
yeah,
that's fucked up. No other words I got for that. Genwell says, straight away. That's next level Hess. Don't at me says, but I think he was writing Jess. And then Jeff laughed. Hey, Genwell, that's horrific, Reeves says. Hey, Reeves. Damn, my name rhymes with Hess, Jess said.
It does.
By the way, Jess, that's true story, Junko Furato, Genwell says. Oh, my God. Yeah, I know. I cried reading it at things people go through for no good reason. That is terrible. Hey, a plane only ever crashes once. Yeah, Rob says. Very true. Very true, because you're in a plane crash, you pretty much don't. It's done, isn't it? It's not like a car crash.
Yeah.
Like it's.
But what you'd want any death, like if you wanted to die,
You just want it to be instant,
quick.
wouldn't you?
Like what would be bad, and like dying, not knowing you're dying. So like
Yeah.
having dementia.
Yeah.
Would that be? Would you
Listen,
would you want to would you want to be euthanized
Listen,
because like you got dementia?
my papu, so my grandfather, for everyone that doesn't know,
Yeah.
had Alzheimer's,
Yeah.
and at the end, all of us, mate, his kids, his grandkids, if euthanasia was allowed, I would have said yes to it like that, because he was sitting there, they were giving him morphine just to keep him alive, just to suffer.
Yeah, it's
because
not
he had
right.
no quality of life.
Nah.
And why keep him alive if his brain's gone? He was
Yeah.
he was gone.
I think isn't there a law now that allows it?
I think if you consent to it or something, but how are you going to consent to it if you're done?
No, you can't.
I think it's people that are like got terminal illness. They know they're going to die. They're like, listen, and they can consent to it then. But like dementia, like, and listen, mate, I'll say it, willfully say it. I looked at him and I remember saying, I was like, man, turn him off. Like,
Yeah.
you're keeping him alive to suffer. It's like, there's no point to it.
Nah. And how many people are like that right
Ah,
now? Suffering.
All the time. Eaten alive by a demigorgon, GT23 says.
Ooh,
That'd be, yeah, like,
what's a demigorgon?
isn't the demigorgon the
Isn't
one
that
in
from Harry Potter?
No, isn't that the one from Stranger Things?
Oh yeah, forget about
Yeah,
it.
but you know when it ate, what's his name? The guy from the boyfriend, when it ate his stomach.
Bill.
What was his name?
Bill?
The guy from like Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, Bill.
I think. But when it ate his stomach,
Was it Bill? No, Bob.
Bob, that was
Bob was wild.
he was wild.
He was.
My
character.
nan had Alzheimer's too. KP was terrible at the end. Yeah, it is, man. Like it's.
Yeah, it's.
My grandfather and father had dementia. I agree with KP. It's so sad. Yeah, because the quality of life is.
It's not.
It's
right.
like just gone. Like, and it's like they go, we're giving him morphine, and you look at him and you're like, why? To keep him alive to suffer. Like you're.
Yeah.
It's like you're torturing someone, really.
See, a lot of the religious beliefs believe that if you commit suicide, but like, you got to look past.
It's not
that, man.
committing suicide, though.
I know, but this is what they believe.
But it's not committing suicide because someone else is just not giving you morphine.
I know, but these religious
Yeah, but that's
groups,
silly. That's ridiculous.
That's what they think.
It's not like the guy. It's not like the
agree.
guy's getting a gun and shooting himself.
No, of course not.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
That's why. But that's why it hasn't been like the laws haven't been changed.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. Do you know what?
Yeah.
As another one, I would be bad, and I feel for it, man. For the people, it's like you've got cancer or something, and you're laying there in the bed, and you're dying, and you know you got your family around you. Like it would just be,
It'd be terrible.
you know, because you just. But you would be trying to enjoy that moment because you know it's like your last.
Yeah.
You
What
know,
would be better, like dying instantly, or like having cancer or something that you just die?
I'd rather die instantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd just rather just
Go.
because the way I see it as well, I wouldn't want to bring the pain on my loved ones. Like I'm there suffering and they got to deal
Yeah,
with
I
it.
know.
You know, like Rob said, like and Reborn said, like when you're dealing with it as well, it's like the other people dealing with it. Like it's, I wouldn't want that burden on other people.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
100%.
it's crazy.
100%. Yeah.
Dying when you're ordering takeaway, like at that point, you'll be like, why couldn't you just leave me die by eating junk? Enduring power of guardianship allows the nominated person, brackets child, can make medical decisions when the sufferer no longer has the capacity to do so. There you go. Is that is that here as well, Rob, though?
I think so.
Yeah. How long's that been in for, though?
Not long. Probably
Not long.
like a few years, a couple of years. I don't know.
I remember my dad's mum the most. I remember them like she was 91, and she started getting like gout and like this thing on her leg, and she couldn't feel it. And they came up to her and they go, "Oh, miss, you know, whatever your last name." They go, "We're going to amputate your leg." And I remember she was 90 and she turned around to my dad in Greek. She didn't speak English. She's like, they made my dad tell her. And she goes to my dad. I never heard her ever curse, nothing. She was like, "You tell them they touch my leg." I mean, like she lost it. She goes, "No one's touching my leg." She goes, "I'll go like this." She goes, "I came into this world as one." She goes, "I'm leaving as one."
Yeah.
And they go to my dad, "We want you to convince her to let us amputate her leg." And my dad goes, "Well," he goes, "I can't." He goes, "She's got her own brain. Like she's sane mind." He goes, "I'm not going to," he goes, "That's what she wants."
Yeah.
But that's how they are.
Yeah, that's what they are.
You know the point I'm making. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, "You're not touching my leg." She goes,
No.
"Well, why?" Again, why? 91 years old? Amputate your leg to what, live 6 months?
Yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Like, what for, man? We need this information when someone comes into the aged care facility.
Do you reckon aged care facilities would go bust if everyone started to euthanize?
Thing is, everyone wouldn't do it,
Nah.
but they would. You know what?
but-
It'd make more beds
It'd make a lot more beds.
because a lot of them
Yeah.
wouldn't be going in there.
Yeah.
Talking about it beforehand with your loved ones does ease the pain. My father and I had many discussions that helped me deal with. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I totally agree with that. Like, my dad was so like at ease with his dad because they spoke, and like Rob's saying,
Yeah.
it does, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it depends, like as well. Like, the one that had Alzheimer's, my grandfather, he was, you know, when it's someone that's 90, you deal with it better as well. You know, they've
Yeah,
had
of
a
course.
good life. That's
course.
the way of putting it.
Of course, man.
Yeah.
It's you know, it's sad when someone dies instantly. Like my mate Sandro.
Oh, see, that's sad. Yeah, mate.
You
What
know?
happened to Andre with my mate Andre?
Yeah,
Yeah, like
that's-
it's just, yeah, and then young.
The young.
Like, well,
and-
Sandro in
yeah.
his 40s.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. So like, I mean, it's devastating.
Oh yeah.
But like, it wasn't like that way to go.
Yeah.
Would be not. I guess not.
Oh, mate.
It wouldn't be as bad as like being.
I know, but he could have been in pain for hours until they got
I
to
don't
him.
know.
Who knows exactly?
No,
stuff
he
like
went.
that.
He went.
Yeah,
straight
well,
away.
that's
Well, we don't know.
you don't know. That's right.
How
Like
much pain.
Andre was now I'm 37. Andre was 36, man. Like that's just
Yeah.
you know.
that-
like that guy in the cave, man. 26 years old. He wanted to go out for
yeah.
a cave climb with his brother, and he's never to be seen again.
Oh, look, we all know. Look, we're all gonna get there one day.
Ah, of course,
We don't know how,
of course.
but
You reckon? Do you believe that everyone's story is written?
in a way, I guess. I don't know.
Like it's already written in stone how you're gonna go?
I don't know.
Like was that like your friend Sandro? May he rest in
Maybe.
peace, mate. Was that his story? Was that his?
Man, there's a lot of
Was that his
signs.
destiny?
There's a lot of signs that point to it, but like, I don't know. Because like all the dates, if you look at numerology and all that
Yeah,
kind of
that's what I'm
stuff,
saying.
all like goes together. But
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like sometimes you think to yourself, if that's the case, then like we're just controlled.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
But I don't know.
See, Amanda's saying they can't make you; they can only advise you, family members, because she obviously works in that field.
Yeah.
Don't at me. I almost died instantly at 16 from a brain bleed, AVM. Oh my god! Because you got epilepsy, didn't you say? Don't at me. I have epilepsy too. Do you think it's beneficial to think about your mortality every day?
I
Jess
don't
says.
think it's beneficial. Do you think? Because then all you do is worrying about your death, or your, you know.
Listen,
All you think about is like when you're gonna die. Like you can't live like that, man.
listen.
You just gotta live your life, and if you die, you die.
The way I am, like Jess knows this, you know this. I'm my family. I'm one of the most carefree people in the world.
You are.
That's just me. I am so carefree about things. I never like thinking about things that I can't really control.
Yeah. Fair enough.
You know what I mean? The only thing I think about that I can't control is like if Man United lose or something. Like something
Everyone's
stupid.
Everyone's
You know what I
different,
mean?
though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
Yeah.
that's a good way to be.
Yeah.
And probably a lot of people want to be like that.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
But if you keep thinking about it.
Yeah.
You know.
See, Jess is saying I do. It makes you do more, which I get that.
Oh
point
yeah,
too.
I know what you're saying.
I know what you're saying.
I know what
like,
you're saying.
It's
Yeah,
sort of
yeah,
like,
like-
valuing your life.
And you're valuing the time you have left.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah, I know
what
what
you're
you're
saying.
saying.
Yeah, I do that way, but I'm not thinking to myself, oh shit, I'm gonna like die and scared.
Yeah.
Like, there's two ways to look at it.
Yeah,
I
of
guess.
course. Euthanasia is a state law. Each state can make their own laws on this. In SA, June 21, the law was passed, so now they have to write the legislation. Hopefully, the act is passed by 23. Keppra twice a day. Oh, that's the medication. Yeah, okay. I meant the DRS can't make you. Oh, Amanda's saying, okay. It makes you do more. We read that. Too many weird and unlucky unexplainable deaths for not to think that we already have a predetermined death day. Like I said, do you think it's... Oh, is it scripted? Like I said, do we have a destiny? Let's say destiny. Oh, that's a better word, isn't it? Does everyone have...
If time travel is real, then I think that it is scripted because you can go to any time and those times play out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I know what I mean.
Who knows, man? I just don't know. Like,
I tend to sort of agree. It's like, that's the way I'll put it. I think everyone does have a destiny. Like it's...
so you reckon that it's predetermined? Like,
whether that's the word you use, but it's definitely... Everyone has a meaning.
Have you
I think.
have you nearly died before?
Probably when I was young, yeah, like because of like medical things and things like that, and I've had like some bad accidents because I was an idiot. Like,
yeah,
I was. Listen, I admit it straight up. I'm the kid that I had no fear. Like, I'd go out with my brothers to down Dingley Dell, like 50-foot jumps, and they were adults and wouldn't do it, and I'd just do it, and I like had a huge bad stack there because I was just...
I've stacked it there.
But I was crazy, and like that's just how it was. I was, do stupid things like,
Yeah, with me, like I was driving once. I was in Perth.
yeah,
I was probably there for probably 6 months. I was there,
yeah,
and I was driving like in Fremantle,
yeah.
and there was a truck coming, and the truck man veered onto my lane.
Oh
And I'm
shit.
driving, and I'm like, "This is it, man."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And
I'm
then so all
done.
of a sudden, it just veered that way in like a split second. So like that's the closest I've been.
Well,
I mean, what else? I mean,
my dad back in the day, he used to work down Regency Parkway,
yeah,
and before all the South Road expansions and all that were done, he was driving home from work, and you know how the big semi trailers, they carry the concrete blocks for buildings, like when
Yeah.
they're building a new factory, then they just have them sitting. He was sitting in the car, and this concrete block, the truck was going around the old South Road bend near Regency,
Oh yeah.
and the concrete block fell and hit this car, and my dad was right behind it.
Yeah, far out.
Like
So
it was
lucky.
so. It
I
was,
could have been him, man.
yeah,
A few seconds later.
mate. Like so, if he was up, if he left work a second earlier,
Yeah.
like it's just.
Yeah, there's heaps of stuff like that.
Oh yeah. Not in a negative way. It can be really motivating. Depends on how. Yeah, I get what you're saying. You're valuing it, Jesse. I get where. Jess is saying
Yeah. I get. Yeah, I
Yeah,
value
I
it like Jess does as
definitely,
well.
I
Yeah,
agree with
understand
that.
what you're saying.
100%.
Yeah.
Didn't see your message, Genwell. Oh, don't at me. I thought you meant Kepper. That's some Final Destination stuff, Reeves reckons.
What do you reckon of Final Destination? The first one was good.
Yeah, the first one was good, I think. Yeah. But I haven't seen it for a
But
long
see, I reckon
while.
if you escape death, I don't think it comes back for you.
Probably
I just
not.
think that's it.
But you know what? Like they say about the Grim Reaper, like is he waiting there for you? Like it's.
I don't think it's that like that. I don't
You know, like I know it's a comic book, right? But you know,
Maybe.
apparently when like it's a comic book, when Batman goes into another alternate dimension, apparently the Grim Reaper looks at him and goes, and tells him, and goes, "You've eluded me many times." do you know what I mean? Like, are people like that? Like they just cheat death? Like,
I don't think you can cheat it, but you can get lucky.
yeah,
That's what I think.
yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was a good movie. Those movies.
Yeah,
They
you know, like
entertaining.
you know, we were talking about it the other night. You know, in Unbreakable,
Yeah.
when Samuel Jackson, the Glass, he's making all those disasters happen to see if he can find someone that's got superpowers, and then
Yeah.
eventually Bruce Willis is the only survivor on this.
Yeah. That's
Train.
Right. Yeah.
Like, imagine that was you. You'd be thinking, why did I survive this? Like,
Yeah, of course.
it's freaky.
Yeah, that is freaky, man.
freaky.
But
man.
hey, look, you know, is it scripted? I don't know. Is it there? Are we every day? Is like
Ugh. Like, imagine you were a survivor.
I don't know.
Imagine you were a survivor on or around the World Trade Centers.
yeah, it'd be crazy.
It's a bit like,
You'd be Superman. That's things collapse pretty crazy. I know.
Barbara Kalgowski. Hello, where is my Jimmy?
Oh my god.
We've got a Jimmy.
Barbara's back.
We've got a Jimmy fan. Barbara.
Barbara.
Oh my god. Jimmy's not allowed to come because he refused to do the one chip challenge, and we're a bit we're a bit upset at him. He's been grounded.
He'd be banished.
He's
for a
been
while.
grounded. And then Rob said, was told of a story when someone died on the operating table and looking down on themselves. The other world told them that it was not her turn yet, so they sent her back. I've heard someone say that to me about a car accident, that he just had this feeling someone was saying to him, it's not your time.
Dude, that's what I reckon. As much as I
So,
miss,
and then Reed says, hey, Barbara.
as much as I miss Sandro, like
Mate, it was his
there's
time.
something that tells me that it was his time.
Yeah, of
But-
course, bro.
I wish it wasn't.
Oh, of course. Of course.
And I always wish that there's that parallel. You know how those
Parallel,
always
that's
thought
what I'm saying, parallel universe, man.
and I'm always hoping that he's alive in that universe.
Just living, having a
Yeah.
good life.
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
there with him. And
That'd be so cool. But
I-
who knows?
Barbara's a bit upset, I think, that we banished Jim. Hey, listen, he deserved to be grounded for those antics. They were shocking, weren't they? Shocking antics by Jim, weren't they?
I need him back. Yeah,
I
well,
need him
Barbara,
back.
he's coming back. Well, we'll see. But I've got this for you if you want.
I noticed. Jess says, I notice days I remember to do it. I get so much done or jump into things. It's a different mindset in a go-getter way. Easy, instant motivation to just do it. And then Jess says, no lick Jim. Is that going to be the new hashtag?
I think you know how we call him Father Jim.
It's no lick
I
Jim
think
now.
now he's changed to No Lick Jim.
No lick Jim. Listen, I support Australia 100% in the World Cup, but now the fact that Jim has said if Australia get out of their group, he's eating one of those chips. That I'm like doubling down. I want to go play for Australia just to make sure. I'm trying to get.
It could happen,
dude. It could happen. Agree, Barbara. Father Jim didn't succumb to peer group pressure. What do you think about that, Rob? Though he said if Australia get out their group, he's eating a chip, Rob. So can it happen, Rob? Can it happen? By the way, the way the one chip challenge. Been told by someone as well, she was out in the sea by herself in like a small boat. She went overboard and someone helped her back up. Oh. What? So no one was there. She's by herself and she just thinks someone helped her up.
How about that movie where those guys go scuba diving and they go scuba diving and then when they go up, no one's there.
And they're open waters.
Oh, forget about it.
The couple and the shark. The shark starts nibbling at his foot.
Man, forget about it.
The shark starts nibbling at his foot and then eventually he sacrifices himself and then she gets killed too. It's like, no. Open waters. Jess showed me that movie. It's called Open Waters.
Yeah, that would be...
Oh, that's bad because you know you're going to die.
And you can't... All around you is just water.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. You remember Andrew Simons?
Yeah.
May he rest in peace now, the cricketer. He died in a car accident, but you know that happened to him. He got... he was a fisherman. He got like ship sunk like... I can't remember how many kilometers out and he swam back to shore in like shark-infested water. And he lived. He passed away now in a car accident, but...
Yeah. How are you supposed to... If you can't see land, like...
He just swam. He knew... I think he had a compass or something and he...
Well, you can see the sun, so...
Yeah, I don't know. He must have known and he got to shore, bro.
Ah, right, man. That's...
Yeah, pulled her back out from the water. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
I'm gunning for Australia then. Invoke the World Cup winner's curse. I'll eat a chip too, Rob says.
Oh... Well, that'd be awesome.
Jeez.
Man. Imagine like we're here on a watch along,
and they both have to
Australia, and they
qualify,
and then he has to eat it on live.
Jeez, Jim's doing it, mate.
Oh, 100%.
Come on, Australia.
Come on, Australia.
Yeah, listen. You know what else? You know, I don't know if it's like true as well, but you know, like how in the Titanic movie, how Leonardo DiCaprio's character died. He's in the water, just slowly freezing to death.
Yeah, freezing to death would be
because he was in the water. And he's slowly just dying. That'd be terrible.
It would be terrible. But you wouldn't fit. I reckon still the cave would be worse.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh?
Yeah. The cave would be worse.
The cave would be worse.
Definitely. Yeah, I like cricket. Genwell, I do.
Let me ask you this question. So,
not like football. Though.
Say you're falling, right? Do you straight away die after you fall like a big distance?
What distance you talking about? Like you fell off the Empire State Building?
Like, you know, I don't know if you saw the World Trade Centers when people were jumping off.
Yeah.
Well, they're dying instantly when they were jumping off because when someone is jumping out of an airplane to do skydiving, they don't die straight away, or they die on impact.
I think impact.
Impact.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not dying when I don't think you die when you might pass out falling just from hysteria and all that stuff, but I don't think you die on impact. I think.
Yeah, it's interesting, eh?
Yeah. Because it's a scientific fact, everything falls at the same speed. So, like, you don't gain, you know, it's...
Oh, yeah, I know, but it depends how heavy you are.
Yeah, but you will still fall at the same... If me and you jump off a building together, we'll fall.
Same time?
Yeah.
Even if I'm heavier?
It's a fact.
Really?
The guy did it, this scientist, I watched him do it, you know, on the giant drop, the ride. He had a ping pong ball, and the giant drop drops, and he drops the ping pong ball, and it's with him level the whole way.
Really?
It's...
Why is that?
It's just gravity. You know how we say we don't believe in gravity?
No, but that doesn't...
I think that's what it is. It's just how... It's just...
So if you drop, like...
A brick,
and then a plane drops out of the sky...
They drop at the same speed.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, but I think it's just how... It's just... I think it's gravity. It's gravity, yeah. Yeah, you die of shock. Don't at me saying you might... Yeah, maybe. Drowning in the deep ocean will be the worst. Yanni, hey, Jazzman says...
Hey,
hey, Jazzman, how are you?
Oh, Jazzman, I watched Watcher. I watched all of it.
Yeah, next week, man. Yeah, Chris, the trauma would be too big.
For what?
That's what Amanda said. Listen, guys, I don't know if anyone's new in the chat. Please, as well, like, share, comment, subscribe. If you're interested in joining the HFD Discord, that is in the description as well. Please do so. Tonight we're talking about the absolute worst way to die. So chime in the comments if you've got a, we've talked about some. Listen, we read earlier that, I'm going to go back to it, the Nutty Putty, was it called? Cave incident. That was ridiculous, man.
Yeah,
so
a guy got stuck in a cave and
that's
died.
so bad, man. If anyone hasn't heard of it, you go read that. That is, I played cricket for 8 years. Then one day, standing in fine leg in 45-degree heat, knowing I was basically crap, I gave up. I agree with Don't At Me, man. 15 watching, but there is 13 likes.
Come on, guys. We need to like this video.
But
guys.
yeah, like I said, if there's anyone watching that isn't chiming in, I know everyone doesn't like chatting and that, but chime in. Give us one of your, How
about that guy that had a heart attack on the soccer pitch when he was playing soccer?
There's been some bad soccer ones.
Would that be bad? You play soccer. So
Well, listen, I remember when it happened he plays for Man United now, Christian Eriksen at the Euros, and he lived.
Yeah.
But watching him fall, mate, it was
Great.
Being his teammates and everything, there was, man.
Yeah, it's hard. It'll be hard on the team as well.
Yeah. Listen, like I said, I don't know the pain. We had a guy at soccer have a heart attack on the field last year, and
Was he survived?
he lived,
He
but he was getting these chest pains, and I knew something was up straight away.
Yeah.
And we got him off, sat him down, chilled him. Ambulance came, and he lived. Obviously, it wasn't but some heart attacks are really painful. Some are instant. You're dead.
Yeah.
It's like you don't.
Yeah.
I don't know. Terminal velocity, Reeves says. Yeah, about the dying when you're falling. Yeah. My TV just turned on, Reeves says with the big eyes.
Oh,
and Jeff
great.
is freaking. Reeves.
I'm freaking, man.
Reeves, are you Mika from Paranormal Activity? Is that your secret identity?
Mika.
Are you Mika, bro? I hope you're not Mika because he was terrible.
Mika died.
Yeah, he's not Mika. He's
who's the girl?
What was her name? Was it Karen, wasn't it? Or Katie?
Katie. She hasn't been found.
Dying because there are no more HFD podcasts. That would be bad. That would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
That would be terrible.
Imagine we folded and no more podcasts.
Terrible.
These guys would miss it. What would they do?
What would they do on their weeknights? Where they're like. GT23 says, don't people who survive something traumatic say they can't remember? I think sometimes. I don't think all the time. It depends how traumatic, I guess. What's considered like I've broken both bones in my right leg, and some people might say that's traumatic, but I remember it.
Was it traumatic for you?
It was at the time, yeah. It was.
I got attacked by a dog. That's another.
Listen, I know a kid. I remember that story in Adelaide when the kid got killed by a pit bull. Yeah, that's bad.
When
bro.
I got attacked by a dog, that's another time that I felt like my life was gonna.
Yeah.
mate.
Were you young? You were young.
I was year 8.
Yeah, see, that's young, bro.
So 13.
Reeves, you need Kevin Rudd ASAP.
Kevin Rudd.
Dude, Kevin Rudd didn't do anything. He just left.
See, people won't understand the joke that watch the watch along.
That's right. Yeah, watching the Ericsson thing, like Rob just said, was scary, man. And you know what? Every time he plays for my team now, every time I see him play, it gives me this sense of, I don't know, this happy feeling. Knowing that he's come back and he can play now, after watching him collapse on the field. It was bad. I agree with Rob. AKP and Chrissy, how are you guys? And everyone in the chat. Zach Cowell's in the house.
Oh, how you going, man?
If I'm Mika, I really need to keep an eye on my missus, Reeves says.
You really do, man.
Currently working on my next short film. I found on the internet that apparently it takes the brain up to 7 minutes to realize the body is dead. Currently editing part 1 of a trilogy.
Ooh, that'll be
really. It takes up to 7 minutes for the brain to realize the body's dead.
So if you had a heart attack, your brain will still think you're alive.
Is that they say with a chicken, its head gets cut off, it keeps running around. Is that sort of
in essence, yes.
Yeah. Just in layman's terms. I was in a group call with some people once, had some laughs, but once person had their asthma attack, then so bad from laughing she nearly choked to death. Oh, listen.
Choking would be bad.
Johnny G has real bad asthma, and he's had some ones where they've had to put a steroid in his lung and that, some
far out
bad, asthma's. Yeah, that'd be terrible.
That'd be terrible, man.
They
Yeah.
pass out. I mean, GT. Yeah, I think so. If you're, yeah, from the trauma, I think some people do. If there's a traumatic incident, they might pass out. Yeah, I think I know what you're saying. Crazy thing asthma is. Yeah, definitely. The more mental trauma the brain forgets it on purpose. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Hey, Zakal, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Zakal. Hey, Zakal.
So that must be like a defense mechanism.
Well, it's like in Saw, you know the movie Saw?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
I had a mate that he was a surgeon.
Yeah.
And you know how the guy has to cut his leg off?
Yeah.
He goes to me, it's actually physically impossible. He goes, once you start doing that, your pain receptors will knock you out.
Oh, really?
You wouldn't be able to cut your own leg off. You wouldn't be able to withstand the pain. Unless it was numb or something, you wouldn't be able to do it.
Far out.
I heard that beheaded heads stay aware for a few minutes after being... Whoa. That's what they reckon back in the old
Really?
day. Well, they reckon that back in the old day when they used to behead people, it would drop into that crate.
Yeah, beheading would be pretty bad.
Well, that's what they reckon. It would drop into that crate, you know, back in the day when they'd behead people and the eyes would look at them. That's what they always used to say. Like, it's...
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wasn't there someone who died at the guillotine and the head was still... That's what I mean. Like those sort of stories, still
Yeah.
blinking. Like, I think that they reckon that was, yeah.
Well, beheading was like...
If they did it to anyone.
Well, how
You got
about,
beheaded for stealing a loaf of bread.
how about if you got hung?
Do you know what I actually reckon would be one of the worst? William Wallace. They gutted him live. That would be like getting eaten alive.
And then they cut his head
Well,
off?
you'll remember they said to him, we'll cut your head off and make it painless. But if you don't
Yeah, yeah.
give in, we'll gut you. And he goes, freedom. And
They gutted
that's
his
like
head.
one of the worst. Oh.
Yeah. But you know what? You respected him, man.
Oh, mate. You know what?
And you go fight for him.
Do you know why that scene was so sad to me?
Why?
Because what it is, 10 minutes before that, he has an argument with his mates. And his mate punched him. You know, like his best friend.
Yeah.
And then his best friend is there crying, watching him die. And like that, the last interaction they had with each other was that fight. That's why it's so...
I can see a little tear.
Oh, dude, that's so sad, that scene, bro. That scene, because of that...
Braveheart's great, man.
But it's because of that
yeah.
bit, like the last bit he had with his mates was a fight when he was like their leader, like their... Oh, man.
Braveheart was great.
Mel Gibson champion. Don't know about that, KP. I woke up one morning next to a one-night stand, had to chew my own arm to get away. Rob. Yeah, listen, that's what he said. He said you can't cut your own leg off like with a hacksaw, you just pass out. That's what, and he was a surgeon, you know.
Saw was a good movie.
Oh, great movie.
Saw was great. No,
Why did it take so many attempts to kill Rasputin? I find that weird.
Who's Rasputin again?
Being drawn and quartered is messed up.
Who's Rasputin?
He's the devil himself, Robert. So people know who he is.
Being drawn and quartered.
I think that's like what happened to William Wallace, like gutted.
Yeah.
I think that's...
Oh, we've got a link here.
Let's click it.
See what happens. Here we go.
Don't everyone click it because you'll leave our chat.
Don't. Yeah.
Oh, that's the Junko Furuka one.
right.
Yeah, that's terrible, man. What Jess said before. That is bad. Listen, that's up there with one of the worst things I've ever heard. And I just heard it tonight from Jess. That's crazy. The cave one is crazy. That Reeb said that one. How do I pronounce your name? Junko Furuta. That's terrible. Like, that's just sickos in the world, mate, that want to do sick things.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. And, you know, children that get murdered and stuff,
Oh,
like,
the only Rasputin I know, Rob, is, you know, in that Seinfeld episode when...
I don't know who Rasputin is.
You know, in that Seinfeld episode when the clairvoyant that's trying to help George, she calls her kid Rasputin.
Oh, really?
And George, and they're like, who wants to call their kid Rasputin?
Rasputin is wild.
I'm good, thank you. Don't at me. How are you, buddy? Zakal says. Rasputin is wild. Who is he, Rob? Don't at me said. Oh, Zakal, let's get jazzy. Very good, thanks, Zakal.
Let's get jazzy.
Listen.
Good to see the chat alive tonight, you know?
Rasputin, Russia's greatest love machine, Reeves says.
Even though we're talking about death, it's good to see the chat alive.
Oh, the chat is like, this is the most alive. We're talking about death, everyone's pumped. Sorry, no, but read what she went through. Yeah. Listen, it's a crazy... That's a crazy story for sure. It's like... They're one of the stories, like Jess said, you'll read it and
it'll make you
it'll make you cry.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you'll just be so devo.
Yeah.
Like, that's definitely terrible. Yeah, that's definitely... I agree with Jess. That's probably one of the worst. Like, that would be fun.
So, KP, we're talking about the worst ways to die. What would be the best way to go out?
The best way.
Well, I'm gonna
Well,
try.
that people say you want to go out on your terms, don't you? I guess.
I guess so. Oh, you know what? I'd say like being on a battlefield with like say a William Wallace or something and fighting for like that cause.
Fighting for something
Even
you
if you
believed
die, you know that you're fighting
in. For something you believed in.
and you go into battle.
Yeah.
Die.
For something you.
Like believing.
Yeah.
Not for a government, not for a.
Yeah.
You know, something that you believe in. You go to
Yeah, I know what
fight
you mean.
in a
Oh,
battle.
yeah, I know what you mean. Just, yeah.
That would be a cool way to go.
Yeah. It would be your way. Fighting for something
Oh,
you
well,
believe.
you never know. You might survive it, but like.
Yeah. I don't know.
You would have to be prepared to die though.
Ah, 100%. 100%.
Yeah. A lot of people right now, and because we talked about how soft society is, wouldn't be prepared.
No. Straight to Valhalla, Jazzman says.
Straight to Valhalla.
How was Halloween, everyone, on Monday night? Well, it was fun, Zakal, because Chris was hilarious.
I was a bit scared, but you know, we got there. We got there.
You know what would have been the
Oh,
worst?
yeah, die in your sleep.
Yeah,
would
that'd
be the
probably
best.
be the best way.
Yeah.
You know what would have been
Yeah,
funny
true.
that night if we got a trick-or-treater? Because if the doorbell went off, you would have shit yourself. Imagine it was like when she was watching Mika
Yeah, it would have shot myself.
and the doorbell
And
went.
I was like right near the doorway. Why am I near a door again here?
Yeah, people just die in their sleep. Yeah, GT23 saying it. Listen, you sort of hope that when you have loved ones that's you know when they're sick, that's how
Yeah.
they go. Like, I believe the Glazers should be redacted. Can I die happily doing that? There you go. That's the way to go out.
Yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it? When you actually think about it, like,
it's all going to happen one day to us. So,
oh,
We have to-
100%.
but yeah, it is a bit scary.
Listen, like it's
You know what? Are you scared? Like, when do you think about it? And, like, do you get scared about it, or do you just don't care?
I don't really think not about. I like what Jess said. Like I think about like value my life, but I don't. I'm not afraid to.
I used to be more scared of it, like years and years ago, but
Yeah.
now I'm not as
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
I'm just, the thing is, like, now I've got kids and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've got.
Oh, because you got loved
Amanda.
ones, you don't want to leave.
I don't
your
want to
loved-
leave
Of
them, you know.
course,
So
that's sad. Like,
that's what it is.
I would hate to leave the grief behind to my loved ones. That's the
Yeah, but I always tell Amanda, I go, if I ever go, just remember, don't be upset.
yeah.
But you can't say that.
Celebrate.
They will be,
But you know what they say?
won't.
Celebrate my life, bro. You
That's
know
what you
I
should
mean?
do.
Like, yeah. Oh,
But people
definitely.
don't. They grieve and grieve.
Well, I
and
remember
grieve.
my bapur. You know, like my dad was the one. He like said that to me. Like everyone was so upset at my bapur's funeral.
Yeah.
And I remember my dad was there, and he was having a scotch, and he seemed like fine. He was fine, and I was talking to him, and he goes, "Listen," he goes, "This is exactly what your bapur would have wanted.
Yeah.
Us to sit here, have a scotch with him, and just get on with it."
Yeah.
And I'm like, and that's what he said to me. Just, it doesn't
Yeah.
make it easier, but
No. Yeah,
death
that's
is a bit
why.
scary because it's unknown.
That's why, Jess. That's why it is scary. Yeah, 100%. She's
yeah,
right.
yeah, definitely right.
Because
Spot
we
on.
don't know this.
Spot on. Yeah, you
The
don't.
unknown,
You
man.
don't. That's what I'm saying. You
No,
don't.
That's right.
You don't. But you know how they're saying some people like
Have near-death experiences.
no, there's not. I mean, there's some people that like they're like that. They would want to know how they're gonna die. I don't. I like just
I don't want to know.
having my
at all.
life as a.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, that's right.
You know.
Like, is everything just black and that's it? Like the end of Sopranos.
I don't think. I don't believe it's black. I hope it's not black.
As long as I have set my affairs in order, I'll be good. My soul's purpose has been completed. Time to move on to the next existence. That's a good way of looking at it.
I definitely
Rob.
think there's another
Yeah.
existence out there, but I'm hoping it's not just black.
Yeah.
You know,
I-
that suck, man.
Yeah, of course it would suck. I think it's more the unknown. Is that it? Or is there anything after? Do we come back as something else?
We could. I don't know.
Does your
I reckon
spirit...
we recon-
What's
I
that
reckon
Denzel
we could
Washington movie
reincarnate.
where... That
Might
Denzel
be.
Washington movie where that spirit passes through all the bodies and it like... It's a serial killer.
Yeah.
And he like shakes Denzel's hand and it goes through...
Is that a Bone Collector?
Nah, it's like... It's an older one. I can't remember the name. If anyone knows the name of that movie, it's like... And he's the detective. And like it goes... It's passing through all these different people. Like
Oh.
anyone it touches, it can pass through them.
Yeah,
like
yeah. I remember it.
I'd want to know, Jess says.
Hey,
Jess says I'd want to know
want to know what?
like how you're going to die.
Oh, you want to know? Oh.
Make sure you have a will, everyone. Public trustee makes most of it. Takes most of it. otherwise. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Do you have a will?
No, I don't now.
I
No.
think I get one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one thing me and Amanda have to do.
Yeah, yeah. It is. It's a smart thing to
important,
do.
yeah.
Of course.
But nah. Look, death is
Jess, you're wild.
just
Don't
is
me says.
wild.
Everyone, it's like you're wild.
Everyone in the chat's wild.
Everyone, Jess is cracking up laughing.
It's gonna be crazy. Like when we get like heaps of people start watching us, like we won't be able to keep up with the
We won't.
the chat. So enjoy the times now, guys.
Enjoy these times where we get to interact with you much more. Because
Because
know.
like in like the next few years, it's gonna be crazy. I'm telling you.
listen, me and Chris and John, Jim, we love doing this, and it's like you find, like they say, people always say, like, I always got told this because obviously I love playing soccer, right? Like,
Yeah.
people always said to me, like, you got to find something you love doing for that day you like retire, whether it's coaching, whatever, like just find, because you got to fill a void, because
Yeah. 100%.
like you can't go run around and play soccer forever, can you? Like, so you gotta, and I love doing this. I'm so happy I found something that I love doing.
Well, you know what? Before you came, I never thought we were gonna do a podcast.
Yeah, but it just.
But because you wanted to do one,
I was so
and I was
pumped
like,
to do a
why not?
podcast.
Let's do it.
I was like pushing it. I was like, we gotta do a podcast.
Well,
man.
you guys want to do a Manchester United one?
Yeah.
That's how it came.
Yeah. I always wanted to do that. Just.
Yeah. No, it's good.
But I actually prefer this. I love talking about football. I do one with Rob, do one with John, but I like having the variety of doing them all. So you can talk about anything.
Oh, of course.
Like,
yeah, that's the good thing about it. But I'm just letting the chat know, like,
it's the
enjoy
best.
it where you can.
It's the best.
Because
It's the best.
you have like just how have you ever gone to those YouTube channels that it keeps going?
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best. It's the best.
So it'd be hard to read them all, but
Well, then I think everyone was pretty unanimous that if they could pick a way to go, it'd be in their sleep. Everyone was pretty unanimous in
I
the chat.
reckon, yeah.
Did everyone watch the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday? Can I tell you a story about the Melbourne Cup?
Oh, here we go.
Chris knows this story. So we have a syndicate going on with the HFD fam, right? Let's say. So me, Big Man, Jim, John, and the Don. That no one has seen the face of the Don.
He's still not here.
Right? So the Don is heavily into horse racing, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Jim puts in our group chat. He actually won, mind you, this week. He won us a bit of money, and he had about $30 left to play with, didn't he?
He did.
And he goes, Don, can you give me a tip for the Melbourne Cup?
Oh, yeah.
My dad, the Don, puts the tip in there, and Jim goes, no worries. Jim goes and puts it on another horse,
Oh, Jim.
and the one that my dad gave him wins the Melbourne Cup. And what was it paying? We would have cleaned up.
Oh, man, I don't know, 61 to 1.
Jim ended up going and picking the favourite.
That didn't even pop.
No, it was $3.50. It was
That
paying.
didn't even
And
that didn't even place.
yeah, so if Jim had just listened to the Don,
Yeah.
we would have been much happier.
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of horse
Yeah,
racing.
I
I did
didn't.
bet. I did have a wager. Like I just put like a multi on, but I'm not really. I just don't get it.
Yeah. Yeah, I listen.
I just don't get.
Do you know
whole
the thing about horse riding? Horses are for me. This is something I truly believe. If you couldn't gamble on horse racing, I don't think anyone would be into it.
You reckon?
Yeah, that's me personally.
Oh yeah, I reckon because
if
like
if
what is
people
it?
couldn't win money on it, I don't think no one would be into it, because that's just what I think. Like,
I know, but like they just go gaga over it. Like
yeah,
I
because
was
they
watching,
can win money on it.
I was watching the telecast and it's just like, yeah.
They can win on it. That's
Yeah, I
all it
know.
is.
But how many people lose, man? More people
Yeah, of
lose
course
than
they
win.
do.
But you could bet on anything.
Of course. Spot on, KP. You need a hobby. So many people die shortly after they retire within 5 years because they lose their identity and sense of 100%.
100%. Yeah, you do need something.
Yep.
Yep.
If I see another treble from Man United, I will die happily. Listen, that treble night, that European Cup night was one of the best nights I've... Like, in sports, one of the best sporting nights I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's gonna be like when we reach 1,000 subs.
Oh, mate. HFD Media could get bought by Elon Musk next week. And Jess is laughing. And Don't At Me says 100% KP.
It could be bought by Elon Musk. We never know. Like, we could be like something that he wants.
Yeah, mate. He could be like, listen, I want to. He'll come in and he'll talk like how you said. He'll be like, okay, guys, now I'm going to buy HFD Media from you so I can send it to space in one of my electric trucks.
You know who you sound like? You sound like the Watcher.
Oh, the Watcher's the best. Has anyone seen it?
Can you do the line?
The Watch. I just love when he goes. They open it and he goes, "Hello, 657 Boulevard. I am the Watcher." And he's like, but it's like he goes, please give the house what it wants, which is young blood. And it's like, you said, Chris goes, I was imitating it, and I just made the show funny for him.
Yeah, because I was watching it, and then like the voice came on, and I was like just thinking of KP, and like especially a scary movie, I was just laughing.
Yeah, mate.
So, like,
Don't.
It lightened it up. It did lighten it up for me. So.
I think Don't At Me's agreeing, like I said, because if people couldn't win money on it, no one would like it. He's saying 100%.
Yeah, I mean, is it skillful to be a jockey?
It probably is. Listen, it takes some sort of strength and fitness and athleticism. It obviously does.
Yeah.
But I mean, the horse has got to be good too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like I think anyone that gets on Far Lap's winning.
Yeah, true.
You know what I mean? Or any jockey, I should say, because they're small.
It's just people just go gaga over it, man. I just don't understand it. It's just people get smashed.
Yeah.
And go bet. It's not really a good.
Yeah, that's right. 100%.
It's not like watching the EPL or
no
AFL.
way. Jess says I'm LOL at the gym stitch because we're stitching him up about the bet. Oh man, it was terrible. 2 things in a week he did. He should have eaten the chip and he should have taken the bet. Hot take, Rob. Newcastle win the UCL before City. Oh, I don't know about that. Genwell. Chris says our cousin Kip was a our cousin Kip was a jockey. Yeah, yep. He was. You know, I always told my sister she should have been because she's like 5 foot,
really light,
like light as anything.
Well, you have to be like 55 kilos or something.
Dude, Annie's a lighter.
There are some 50 kilo.
Yeah, there would be, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was. Our cousin Kip was.
It generates a lot of money though, man.
Oh, mate, listen, the industry is massive, but it's because of the gambling.
Yeah.
So the gambling is so much, and then the trainers, they go put so much into studs, into this, but they're all gambling on it too.
Don't they say like what? All these horses will die that day? Like there's a few horses that will die?
Probably. Well, some of them, if they get lame, they just put them down.
That's sad, man.
It's terrible, bro.
Where's like, the animal activists on that day?
They probably are, mate. They take
Probably
on the
there, but
racing
not-
industry
yeah.
big time. But the racing industry's got so much money.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't get why it's so popular.
Oh, listen, I've just...
never
you know
really
what?
liked it, to tell you the truth. I've lost a lot of money on horses, but I'm not a kind of guy that sits there and like, oh, man,
Listen,
I love this horse, man. Like,
I'm going to tell you the honest truth. If Jim didn't ask my dad for the tip, I wouldn't even know the Melbourne Cup was on. I did not care about the Melbourne Cup. Like,
well, you know what? There's a lot of sporting stuff that happened on the weekend that I want to actually go through.
you wanted to bring up a few things, didn't you?
I did.
Kip came flying off a horse at full pelt and broke many bones. Retired after that.
But look, we had I don't know if you watch boxing.
I do. You know I do.
So we had you had Jake Paul,
I didn't watch this because I don't, but I
the
saw
YouTube
it.
star,
Yeah.
versus Anderson Silva, UFC legend. So basically, Jake Paul won.
Sorry to cut you. Don't At Me answered your question there.
Oh, 95%, yeah.
95% of horses are horribly neglected post-race career. Probably
go.
no. Humans don't deserve animals. I totally agree with that, what Jess said.
Yeah.
Are you still going to remember us when you got 1 million subs? 100% GT.
We'll remember all these guys.
We will remember everything.
You
I'll
guys
be
are
like,
the
listen.
core.
I'll be like, listen. The free seats, GT23, Don't At Me, Jess, Genwell, Reeves,
You guys probably be all moderators.
Rob. Yeah, you'll be all moderators. So exactly, you will all be our moderators. That's right. Yeah. So
Yeah,
anyway,
of course we'll remember
so Jake Paul.
Yeah, so
fought
Jake Paul-
Anderson Silva, who,
Yeah.
if anyone doesn't know, Anderson Silva is 47 now, but he is arguably, I'm not going to say is because obviously it's a matter of opinion, but arguably the best UFC fighter ever.
Arguably.
Arguably. He is
Any
arguably.
division, anyway.
Yeah. Arguably, they reckon pound for
But
pound.
he's retired. The guy's retired.
Yeah.
So he fought
He's
Jake Paul.
47.
He fought Jake Paul. Jake Paul won.
On points.
On point. Oh, yeah, on points.
Yeah, points
but
he did. He got a knockdown in the last
he
round.
got a knockdown, and we got the actual knockdown here, or shall I play
Chris
for you?
wants to show this to everyone to see if this is
And
rigged.
I just want you to tell me if, like, Jake Paul actually hits him. Because for me, he hasn't hit him at all. So have a look at this, guys, all right? Let me just play it now.
Demons,
The first one touches.
some run from their demons.
The first one definitely, like, pushes him. But I don't think the second hand touches him.
Nah.
And, mate,
He went
listen,
down after that, though.
I know he's 47, but to knock down a guy like Anderson Silva that has taken... Listen, I don't know. I think the fights are rigged. I think all these guys, and I said this to you, a real boxer will never fight him, an active boxer, because they got too much to lose.
Yeah.
Because if an active boxer beats him, they're just going to say, well, you beat a YouTuber. And if an active boxer loses to him, they're tarnished.
They want to show it again. Oh,
Yeah, show it again. They're
show it
tarnished. You know what I mean?
Here we go, guys. I'll show it again.
But
Demons,
so if an active boxer loses to him, they're tarnished.
some run
right?
from their demons.
But these guys, Anderson Silva, 47, he can take a dive because he's been the middleweight champion.
Well, he got paid like $500,000.
Exactly.
Plus, he gets like 30% of the gate.
And he was the middleweight champion of the UFC division for 20 defenses or something. Like, I think, listen, I'm not 100% sure about that, but like he's like one of the best. Like, he's got nothing to lose. He can take a paycheck and say, yeah, I lost, but I'm 47. Who cares?
I saw Tyson Fury's brother, Tommy Fury.
But how many? They've been cancelled twice. Why? Because Tommy Fury, whether you like him or not, listen, he's not like his brother, but he's an active boxer.
Yeah.
And the fight's been cancelled twice.
Yeah, was saying like fight someone properly, you know.
Yeah.
But he won't.
No. Handbags at 10 paces looks rigged to me, Rob says.
Yeah. He brushed his shoulder.
Brushed his shot. Listen.
Anyway,
Listen.
I don't know. But I think Jake Paul's not bad, like for what he is.
Listen, what he's standing... Listen, he's a big mouth. But what he's standing for, he's trying to get fighters paid more. Okay. So that's what
Dana White hates
Yeah,
him.
so that's what he believes in. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
But man, please, someone go fight him. Do a Bruce Willis from Pulp Fiction. Say you're going to take the dive, but then knock him out. Please. Just so he shuts up.
I reckon like someone like Andrew Tate wouldn't go down.
No,
No
he'd
way.
kill him, but he's
No
young. He's like, isn't Andrew Tate, what is he? He's
35.
He's my age.
Yeah, but this guy's 20.
Yeah, no, but mate, 35, someone he was
Yeah, he was like 40
he
something.
fought in the ring.
Yeah.
35 is not, mate, he'd kill him. Andrew Tate would kill him. Kill him. Tyson Fury is 34. He's a heavyweight champion of the world.
Tyson Fury is massive.
I'm just saying, like giving
Yeah,
an example, like
But you know what? Tyson Fury actually likes Jake Paul because
he's trying to get him money.
correct.
That's it, like, and
more-
Mike Tyson likes him.
So boxing's like more higher
of
now.
course.
Like, it's more mainstream.
We're going to
again.
talk about that when I get Adrian on here. Like, he knows a lot about it. But listen, like they asked Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is 54 years old.
Yeah.
And they said, Mike, they go, would you fight him? And he was like, dancing around it. And they're like, he reckons he can beat, because he goes, I can beat Mike Tyson now at 54. And they said that to Mike Tyson. And they go, what do you think about that? And he's beating around it. And then they eventually got him and he goes, I'll fucking kill him.
There was something on.
Tyson kill, and I'm 54 and I believe he'll kill him.
I saw something on Facebook today. It said that Muhammad Ali, if he was alive, Jake Paul at 80 would.
He would. He'd try fight him.
Fight him.
100%.
And the guy goes, lucky he's like gone.
Now, Chris is spot on. He said he won't step in the ring with him. He wouldn't, because Andrew Tate's young and he's fought professionally. He's not a UFC fighter. Like, Anderson Silva was a striker, okay, but Ben Askren was a wrestler.
Yeah.
Tyrone Woodley was a wrestler.
Yeah.
The other guy was Nate Robinson was a basketball player, NBA player.
That's why I think that fight that's going to come now with Alexander, what's his name?
Volkanovski.
Yeah, and Islam.
Islam.
I can't remember his
He's
name.
going up
I reckon-
10 pounds.
Yeah, I reckon Islam's going to win.
I reckon Volk wins.
I hope Volk wins.
I reckon he wins.
But I think Islam is going to win. You know why? Because the wrestling. He's such a good wrestler.
Yeah, no, but I honestly believe
Such a good
Volk
wrestler.
is pound for pound the best in the world.
We'll see.
Who he got his number, he's
He
considered.
is now until.
But that won't change because he's going up a weight division. He'll still be considered the best.
Oh, he's not going to lose a belt. He could gain a belt though.
Mate.
And that's what Conor McGregor wants.
Oh yeah.
So he
Oh, listen, if Conor McGregor fought Volk now, mate, it'll be done in the first round. I don't care what Conor says. Volkanovski would fucking annihilate him. Annihilate him.
yeah.
The guy is an animal.
I actually want to see that fight. That's one fight that I want to see. Is
If he
Islam.
doesn't get Volk
But-
to the ground, he's in trouble.
Yeah, here we have to get him on the ground.
Volk will kill him.
But on the ground, this guy's good, man.
Yeah.
He's really good.
Combat Sports is in the drain. Krillin says no chance. Jess is saying clip that. Oh, listen, Volk will kill McGregor. Clip it. Clip it. If Conor McGregor fought him now, and you know what? I even believe if Conor McGregor fought him in his prime, Volk it was still better than the best Conor McGregor we've seen. The guy's a freak, man.
How about John Jones?
John Jones is probably arguably the best pound for pound as well. He's up there, like he's one of the best ever.
Yeah.
Bigger, a lot bigger.
Oh, I'd love to see Volkanovski win.
Oh yeah.
But
See-
I just think Islam is too good.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But listen, the Volk Connor argument is Connor's a striker. Volk kill him. He'd kill him.
Hopefully, dying on the octagon wouldn't be as bad as you know.
Listen, and do you know what the thing is? I believe about it as well. He comes from my world. Like he was a plumber. This guy has been out. Yeah, like he's been out. Like
Yeah.
Chris knows that he's naturally strong because of the shit he used to do every day of his life.
Yeah.
These guys go do weights and that, and you know, I know this guy that's a bricklayer. This guy, friend of mine that I play soccer with. Mate, and I know blokes that work out every day in the gym that would bounce off him. Because that strength of when you're working with your hands every day, it's a completely different strength to the gym strength. And it's not. I'm not taking anything away.
100%.
Not taking anything
Yeah.
away from people that do weights and that. But when you hit someone, and I know it because I work with my hands every day. And I hip and shoulder people, man. I'm smaller than people, and they bounce. But it's because you've got that. It's a different.
Yeah.
You've got a core strength that is just. And Volk has that because he.
Yeah.
For 30 years, whatever of his life, was a hard hands-on
Yeah.
worker. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's gonna be interesting what happens, man. So I'm
What's
looking
the
forward-
next bet? KP, correct? Listen, and Chris is one. He every day is like he works hard, like he works for a construction company, and he goes to the gym as well. Like but they're two completely different strengths. It's like
Gimnall reckons combat sports is in the.
I know, and that's why Chris said no chance.
I don't think so. I think it's like coming
It's
up. Again.
growing.
growing.
If UFC never came out, combat sports was dying. Boxing.
Oh,
But
it
now
was, it
this has
was.
been the best of heavyweights because boxing lives and dies by the heavyweight division.
Yeah.
And the heavyweights after Tyson and Lennox Lewis and that took a dive.
But Jake
now
Paul-
with Fury, it's
All those YouTubers that are now coming out in boxing, it's
Oh.
making it. It is making it bigger.
of course.
Like, unfortunately, I know that's not
I know.
the best way to make it bigger because they're not proper boxers.
I know.
But it doesn't matter.
You can see him, his technique. Listen, and I'm no professional boxer, but you can see him when he's fighting. There's pictures. He's like this. He like punches like.
Yeah.
If he does that to a real boxer, he's gone, mate.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, don't at me. What's the next bet? Damn is short for don't at me. I love that.
So has Don't At Me actually sent you the $100?
No, not yet. He owes me.
That was a bit of a pause there.
He owes me 100. Oh, at first I was thinking.
like-
I didn't know what you were saying, and then I was like, oh yeah, no, not yet. Oh, he said the next challenge is I got to do the coffin one.
Oh yeah, it's happening.
I'll smash that.
That's happening soon.
I'm doing it. So now that I did that one and you ate it, right?
Yeah.
The question I ask you: are you confident I'd do the other one?
Yeah, I reckon. But I reckon it's probably just as hot.
That was hot. That chip, wasn't it?
Has Jess tried it?
No,
Tell her not to. Don't
I
do it.
told her not to. She
I
wanted
think
to.
Jim should do it though.
Jim has to do it. If Jim, I don't. You know what? Even if Australia don't get out the group, I'm pinning him down on here. We're gonna give
We'll
him.
pin him down.
He's having
He won't be hard to pin
Listen, guys, Jim's not watching right now, so even if on the watch along, if I know Australia aren't going to make it, I'm going to buy Doritos and I'm going to mix those chips in with them, and just go here, Jim, have a Dorito. You know,
down. They're all hot.
bet or challenge. Show KP. Yeah, show me the money, man.
He probably just put an emoji of money
Yeah,
there.
he's like, here, $100 bill. I mean, really, am just following combat sports because of my countrymen, and they usually welterweight and under.
Yeah, there's not many heavyweights here.
No, but Gen was saying, what were you saying? Did he say Philippines? I think he said. They probably have good kickboxers, Genwu, I would imagine, from Coffin Challenge. Bet Islam by armbar. Nah.
What do you mean?
He reckons Islam's going to win by armbar.
I think Islam's going to win because
Volk.
unless Volk smashes him like up front, you know. But this guy's good, man. He's one of the best wrestlers I've seen on the ground.
But Volk.
I want him to win because he's Aussie and he's half Greek.
He's next level, though. He's considered the best at the moment. Best pound for pound, they reckon. He's number one.
Yeah.
I don't know where Islam's considered. I think
I
John Jones is probably...
It'd be a really bad... Like, either loss is bad.
Oh, no, I don't think... Volkanovski's got nothing to lose. If he loses...
I know, but like, if he loses, it'd be bad for him, though.
If he loses, they're just going to say, oh, he lost because he went up a division. But if he wins, he's got so much more to gain. He's still going to be a champion even if he loses.
Yeah, but double champ, that's massive.
Massive.
That's what McGregor was at one point.
Yeah. Both those divisions too.
Yeah.
Jess, Amanda, and I are doing Ghost Hunt Challenge, yes? Them three doing the Ghost Hunt Challenge. Damn, saying Islam by armbar in round 2.
Come on, Dynamic. Give me something. Give me a challenge.
Give Chris a challenge, man, because my challenge is I'm smashing him.
Give me a challenge.
Damn is joining us. Donat is joining us for the Ghost Challenge, apparently.
Damn.
I love this Damn. I'm just going to call him Damn. You know what we're going to do? You know what we've got to get for him?
Damn.
You know what we've got to get for him? We've got to get Ron Simmons. Damn.
I'll find it. Don't worry.
Next show, Donat, we're going to have Ron Simmons. You know when he just go like this, he'd walk in and go, damn.
Ron Simmons is the best.
He was the best, wasn't he?
Insane knife fighters.
At the Adelaide jail where the drilling and impending demolition will disturb the spirits.
It will. It's going to be crazy down there, man. So I'm not going down there.
Listen.
I'll probably get the spirit follow me.
Since meeting Reborn,
Reborn's probably
my ghost worries.
I know. Apparently we've been very dark lately. That's what we've been told.
I know. Listen, it's Halloween.
It's Halloween, man.
We're doing it on purpose.
It's not like we're bad people. We're just dark.
I will try it. Jet said I'll try it. KP won't give me one.
What?
About the chip. She said I'll try it. KP won't give me one.
It's hot, man.
Don't at me. Damn. Challenges you to 10 Big Macs in 15 minutes.
All right. Let's do it. Damn. I love
only
damn.
Only if you house him after, Amanda says. Listen, Chris can stay here that night.
I'll just stay here that night.
You stay here that night, man. I'll pay for the Big Macs if you win. He's always, chiming in with
Really? We're still waiting for you to pay KP.
I reckon damn we'll pay up. Damn. See, when Chris damn. Hey, listen, when Ron Simmons says damn, it's the best.
Yeah, talking about wrestling.
You wanted to listen, Chris is the biggest wrestling fan. He wanted to bring something up.
We had I don't know, Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
So
isn't that the one that your son calls me?
Yeah,
your son calls me Roman when I got a beard.
Yeah, they do. Basically, like he's like part of a faction called the what's it called?
Head of the table.
Head of the table, yeah. And they're in the ring and they break character.
Yeah.
I'll show you. I've got the clip.
So
here.
this is like wrestling obviously is they're acting, right?
Yeah.
But
so you might not know who what they're doing, but they break character.
Chris just wants to show this, like how this guy makes these guys break character. Like it's actually nothing to do with the wrestling. He just saw it and
I just thought it was funny.
He's like thinking about like acting. I watched this thing before you bring it up, like with Seinfeld, and I remember Jerry saying he goes Kramer, like Michael Richards, never used to break character, and he goes we would sit there cracking up laughing, and he would just be like stone faced.
Wow.
Like, and there was the one scene he broke character was like with Elaine, like with the slicer when they're putting the food under the door and that, like, and he goes, we would always break character, and he'd just sit there like,
Anyway, I'll quickly show you the clip. It goes for like a minute, and then it's just pretty funny. But have a look.
Why are you yelling at me? I'm trying to make peace. The tribal chief said he wants peace.
Man, I don't give a damn what the tribal chief say.
Yeah.
Lately, he just hasn't been very oozy.
Very oozy. That line there, the oozy line.
He's just cracking up laughing, isn't he?
Just cracked. Look at him.
But that Sami Zayn dude, he is funny.
Look at him,
Like,
man.
his face is funny.
He's like, what's going on here? This guy starts to do what
Is that what's going on here? That's the problem, Jay. It's
Usi.
because you're not feeling it.
Damn, says Usi.
It's because you're not feeling Uzi? Uzi?
So they're all just breaking character now, aren't they?
They're just trying not to laugh. It was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
funny as, man. And like, it doesn't happen very often in WWE, especially, but it's good to see live, man.
Yeah,
and look, and you know what? It makes the crowd more involved and makes it feel more real.
Yeah,
know what I mean?
definitely.
And yeah, so that was pretty funny. But I just wanted to share that, guys. No,
Nothing
nothing really to say about
really
it.
to say.
But
He just wanted to show it because of the breaking character.
yeah.
GT23 says, "Don't at me" is a great name, I reckon. Hi, Jasmine. How you doing? Zakal says. And then Amanda says, "What about Jess and I, Zakal?" Don't at me says, "Thanks, GT." Amanda, upset face. Don't at me says, "I love both the names." And then Jess with the devil face. Amanda with the devil face. And Jess reckons KP's hogging all the chips because I'm not letting her have the chili chip.
I reckon you should let her try one.
I'll let her. Hi, Jess and Amanda. How are you both doing? Also, and then Jess laughs. She says, they're laughing. Say hi, Zakal. Stone Cold was the goat of crowd inclusion. Stone Cold was the goat of everything, I think.
I think so too.
And I know nothing about wrestling other than Batista and Ray.
Batista was wild.
Do you know Batista is half Filipino again? Well, like you, and he's half Greek.
Yeah.
That's why he's got a tattoo on his arm. It's got the Greek flag going into the Philippines flag.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Batista was wild.
1 beer, 2 beers, 3 beers. Listen, Stone Cold needed to have 40 beers because half of it was on his chest.
Austin
He was the best. He was the best.
Yeah. Floor. What's floor mean?
Floor? She's
Floor.
going to floor you?
Probably. When she sees me next,
You're in trouble, man.
I am in trouble.
Listen, I couldn't keep a chip away from Jess anyway. She'd floor me. She wants the chip. She can have it.
It just hits you so hard, like the hotness just
It's
goes
hot. It's hot.
straight away.
Yeah, it's really
It's not
hot.
like, you take it and it's like you're waiting for it and it just hits you like a ton of bricks. Man.
Listen, I'll pay to see Jim have it.
Just one chip.
Yeah. I would have just paid to see him lick it that day.
It'll be
Because
fun.
you know why? I would have hid the milk from him.
I know.
Because he pissed me off that he wouldn't have it.
Big Mark Henry, yeah.
Oh, Floor saying to Dam's comment. What was Dam's comment?
1 beer, 2 beers. Oh, floor.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think she knows what it was referencing. Stone Cold.
I always remember Mark Henry Big Show match. They were huge.
Oh yeah, Mark Henry was the best.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. No, like I was just laughing at that. That was hilarious.
Well, it's things we don't see when actors break character because they get edited out of movies, don't they? So when
Yeah.
you're live in wrestling, it can't get
Live,
edited.
yeah. It's like right now we're live. Like we,
Yeah.
Like we're really talking from a script, guys.
Yeah, it's all scripted.
It's all scripted.
Jess and Amanda wrote the script for us, and we're just reading away.
Oh, you know what? There's a lot of shows, not live, obviously, but like there's a lot of YouTubers that use scripts.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So
I like it. But I like it like this. It's like
it's free flowing.
it's free flowing. It's it.
You
And you just say what you think because you got nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
So you have to say what
Yeah,
you
you have
think.
to say it. So and you got the camera just looking.
That's
at you,
right.
yeah.
Remember when John was here and he's like, John was saying he keeps forgetting that you're looking at the camera and not the PC.
Oh yeah.
Like until you get used to it.
We look at the comments, but
We do, but in the end, because you're doing a podcast, you're not really, posing for the camera. It doesn't matter where you're looking.
when we're doing like food reviews and that, we
You gotta
look at the camera.
yeah.
That's different because we're talking to an audience, but you can hear Kate.
I can hear Krillin. Can you hear Krillin?
Yeah, he's losing his mind.
He said something was wild.
I don't know. It's going crazy. The house
They probably ordered food and didn't give us any.
I know.
There's that pizza.
We're like the stars of the show here.
There's that
guys.
pizza there and we didn't get anything. That's the best, man.
I could go with pizza.
Pizza would be pretty wild.
It would be nice.
It'd be pretty wild. This is all pre-recorded, everyone. Yeah, I just knew what you was going to say.
Yeah. This is all pre-recorded.
See, listen, there's so many people that do pre-recorded podcasts, but we're doing it like this because we like interacting with the chat.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's our version. We like it.
We probably will do some
We want to do some
ones.
pre-recorded ones if, like, we ever interview someone that, if it ever gets to that where we get to interview someone that, you know, you have to pre-record it because
They don't want to talk.
they
Like,
can't go live because there's certain questions you might not be able to ask them.
correct.
So, you know, so that's,
And it'll be like set out what we're going to talk
it'll
about.
be set what you have to ask them. So
That's right. And we're not talking to the. We won't be talking to the actual.
we'll be talking to them.
to
we'll
them,
be
yeah.
interviewing them.
So, but there's a few people that we do want to interview.
Oh, big time.
So
Big time.
I want to get what's his name, the Fruiterer.
It'd be
St.
hilarious.
Bernard's.
Say,
John Capiris.
why do you have a sword?
Why do you have a sword?
Samurai.
Why do you hate Aldi so much?
Why do you hate Audi, man? Everyone loves Audi and you just want to slice it. And you know what I mean?
He hates Aldi. It's funny.
Hates Audi.
Don't tell him.
Chris's mate. I want to somehow, if we could ever interview your mate, man, the wrestler.
Oh, who? Jermaine.
Yeah.
He's a
He-
legend.
Oh, they're stealing the chocolates that you bought me.
Hey,
Look,
Hey.
Jess said, me and Chris stealing your chocolates.
why are you stealing chocolates, man?
Should we record the ghost hunt? Rob says, should we record the ghost hunt for uploading snippets later? Definitely shorts, Rob. You got to be uploading shorts of the ghost hunt.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be wild, bro.
Oh, we've been doing heaps of shorts lately too, guys. So make sure you check them out.
You got to check him out. Rob made his debut.
Did
On
you
a
eat the
short.
Kit Kat, guys? They're eating them now.
They're eating my Kit Kats right now.
I remember when I was leaving the other night, and Jimmy saw the Kit Kat bag, and he's like,
Oh, I'm on a diet, but he ate Kit
Are
Kats.
you guys gonna eat that? I'm like, well, it's. I go, well, it's KP's. Oh yeah, well, can I have some? I'm like, I don't know. And he opened it and started eating. I'm like, dude, it's not even yours. Do you remember that?
When you imitate Jimmy, when you imitate Jim,
Yeah.
I lose it.
Why?
I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know, man. When you imitate him, look, when you imitate him, her and Krillin are in the kitchen eating my chocolates, Amanda.
Oh my God. They're nice. They're actually great chocolates.
You know,
Especially the strawberry.
I haven't actually had one yet because they opened them and I was not going to have one and now they're probably gone.
I forget it.
See, now,
They're good, eh? Cream brulee. Apparently, Krillin is all over it.
Cream brulee Kit Kat. You heard it here first.
Keep going, Chris.
Oh, dude, when he imitates Jim's voice, oh yeah, man.
Is that what he's talking about? Or
Yeah, nah, he's not talking about him. KP and Chris C, have you tried the Halloween donuts? What was the Halloween donuts at Krispy Kreme? Oh, we didn't know that.
Oh, we didn't know. Sorry, Xagal.
We'll get Christmas ones. Should we get Christmas ones?
Yeah, we can.
We'll get Christmas
I
ones.
feel like a cheesecake.
I'll come when you're coming next time. Talk mushrooms. I'm sure that's in regards to magic mushrooms.
He wants Jimmy T impressions.
Jess has said, and then Don't At Me says more Jimmy T impressions.
All right, really like.
How nice is the cheesecake one? I go, now you can't do it because you're laughing. Dude, his Jimmy T impression is next level.
You reckon it's good?
Oh, yes, and brulee. So nice of you guys. I didn't even get to have one. They were my
I'll show you how Jimmy T will eat a burger. Ready? Well, and I'll do a challenge like this.
Amanda says, is that next week? Jess says, yep, to be here so they can talk about mushrooms.
All right, so say this is a burger, right? And we're doing a 10 cheeseburger challenge. This is Jim, ready? So the time will go. Ready, set, go. Jim, it's trying. Oh, I'm trying, man. I'm trying. I can't eat too much, man. I'm gonna go to the hospital. Come on, man. Go faster. Oh man, I'm gonna go to the hospital, man. I'm tired.
Fucking hell, man.
I can't eat that much, man.
Oh, man.
How much did it cost, man?
Oh,
our viewers went up then too.
oh,
Probably Jimmy
shit,
T
man.
came in.
He came in and spewing. There's too many new buildings in Melbourne for ghost hunting, Genwell says. Yeah, you know when you should have went ghost hunting during the lockdown because it was a ghost town in Melbourne when they got locked down. It was
You
a
know
ghost
what-
town. Didn't one have the longest lockdown in the world?
Yeah.
It was ghosty. You should have went.
Should we do like a podcast from a haunted house?
Oh my god, that'd be wild. But you'd be scared.
Oh, I'm scared.
Krispy Kreme pumpkin spice lattes are bomba, and Don't At Me is cracking up. GT23 is cracking up.
Oh, yeah, I
Ooh,
forgot to
interesting. I'm scared of those flavors.
Oh my god! I
Amanda
just got a
says.
message on Snapchat from Jim Tudner.
Make that a short. Make that a short. Don't At Me said. Jess is dying. That was fucking funny. Lude.
The problem is, no one's going to understand the short if we.
Yeah, they're
thought.
gonna go. They're gonna go like what? Yeah, we'll get. How many people? We'll get 15 views on the short because it's just the people that know who Jimmy T is.
No one knows who Jimmy T is, man.
Dude, it was a bit gay fish. It was. Oh, dude, listen.
What did Jimmy T say?
Let's see what he said.
What did he say?
I'm betting again. He doesn't even know. He's not watching.
He reckons he's betting again. So Jimmy T doesn't even know that.
Shit, man. That was wild.
Wait, you watch this. I'll bring him in. Hold on.
That was wild.
You watch this.
So come on into the show, man. Well, listen, guys. If there's anyone watching that, where is that hasn't subscribed, please do so. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We've gone a bit off topic, but the topic tonight was what's the absolute worst way to die? And we've had some harrowing stories. We've talked about other things, but we always like to get back to our topic. So for me, I'm going to go with Jess. The worst story I've heard tonight was closely followed by Reborn's, the cave. Was that, what was that? The murder of Junko Furuta, I'm going to say, is the worst.
Jimmy T's still
He's out.
in the abyss somewhere.
He's in the abyss. Yeah, going on back on topic, I'm going to agree with Jess. That poor girl's murder, I think, was the worst. Followed by what Reborn said, that
Elon bias.
Elon bias, that's even worse.
You never know. He might.
That's even worse.
He might buy us. How much would HFD be worth to Elon?
Oh,
I can hear Krillin laughing
well, he's
about
got to buy billions. It's got to be $1 billion.
it. $1 billion. Because that's how much we're worth.
One more candidate. You're saying about the worst way to die, Genwell? Is that what you're saying? One more candidate? Listen, those two for me, because the cave one goes down to, like I said, asphyxiation, things like that. But that Junko Furuta one, that's
I'll go on.
terrible,
I'll go
that
on.
one,
I'll go on. Have you ever seen the movie The Green Mile?
Yes.
All right, so the electric chair.
The way when he doesn't wet it.
Yeah, that would be horrible. Hey? We
That
doesn't
would be
wet it.
horrible. Worst death in history, Demichelis by Rashford. That was bad.
Jimmy T is not answering his
Listen.
the call.
That would be bad.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Do you know
100%.
why I don't like caves?
Why?
Because you know that movie, The Descent?
I've never watched it.
Well, it's like, I think it's like 8 girls. They want to go like cave hunting like that.
Yeah.
That story. And they go to this cave, and then all of a sudden there's like these things living in there that are just like fucked up. And like no one lives. There's no good ending. It's no happy ending. It's like,
Yeah.
dude. And I'm like, man, surely maybe something's living in a cave like a Schmeagol.
I've been to the 8th wonder of the world, which is the caves of Diro,
Yep.
and that was awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Greece. So like, and then you get
Gay
like,
Fish.
There's water.
I was
underneath.
saying Gay Fish is a South Park song, right? And I was singing it earlier.
Yeah.
And like Chris and Jess were just cracking up, right?
Oh,
and now
right.
they're saying it. Like, it's just, South Park, like the guy in South Park, he writes all of the songs he sings for 25 years in the show. He like sings them.
Sings them, yeah,
Like he
okay.
could be a singer. And it was a song where he's paying out Kanye West.
All right.
He was saying Kanye West is gay and he likes having sex with fish. And it's just stupid. But I was singing it before and they were just cracking up.
Yeah, but the caves of Diro in Greece are awesome, man.
Yeah, good.
Oh, unbelievable. Like they got the stalactites. And
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Stalactites.
Even in Perth, in Bustleton, there's awesome caves there.
Yeah.
But they're really big. Most of them- there's not many
So there's a lot of room.
There's not many confined spaces. Oh, there is some parts where you can go in those confined spaces,
Yeah.
but you got to be like all rigged up and everything, but I never went
Yeah,
into
yeah.
that part.
I'm sure Reborn is cracking up at South Park paying Kanye West out because it is brilliant. Yeah, well, listen, I'm scared of caves because I watched that movie because I like horrors and that, but if that happened to me and I was in a cave and there was like some things living in there that like ate you and shit,
Well,
that's fucked up.
Well, I've been in caves and that doesn't happen.
Yeah, no, but this is like, it's called the descent. It goes down to where you can't see and
Yeah, forget about it.
forget about it.
Forget about it.
Everyone's laughing at the South Park thing. Listen, Chris didn't even like South Park and he laughed.
I did. I was laughing.
Kanye's got a bit off the rails lately. Wasn't he always off the rails?
He was on a
I
show.
don't know much about him, to be honest.
He was on
but
a show that Tate was on like a few weeks ago.
Can I ask you a
There's
question about him?
That guy, and he was interviewing him,
Yeah.
and the guy just did not let him talk,
Huh.
even though he's saying a lot of crazy stuff.
Yeah. Can I ask you a
Oh, yeah.
question about him and the chat?
What's
Does Kanye West like get his wisdom teeth removed like every day of his life? Why is his jaw?
It doesn't-
He looks like he's had his wisdom teeth removed all the time. Every
Poor-
time
poor
he's like
guy.
this, or he's so tense. It's like, and it's like it's out here. Like
He's a pufferfish.
he's like a pufferfish,
Yeah.
Mongolian.
What's Mongolian? That's a question I wanted to ask you. What do you think of the 0-5 start for the Lakers?
They won their first game, didn't they? They ended up getting their sixth. They did. They won, and they celebrated. The coach was crying.
Oh, really?
They like celebrated. Like,
The coach was crying.
listen, I think maybe I was saying it to you. Maybe like Father. Do you think Father Time's catching up with LeBron?
I think.
Listen, I'm not saying it like I said. I've said it before. He is obviously an all-time great, but he's doing some weird things, isn't he?
Real weird.
Like just weird decisions.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like he'll just miss a basket like out of nowhere, and which he
Yeah.
normally gets.
Yeah, like just weird. Remember, didn't he go to dunk and it fell out of his hand or
Yeah,
something?
but Jordan would never do that.
No way, man. There's no comparisons in the two. I don't care what anyone says. I got abused by a few LeBron.
You got abused.
But I've been abused on some shorts, haven't I?
Yeah. KP gets abused all the time.
Yeah, yeah. But listen, you're a Detroit fan, didn't you say?
I
'Cause you
don't
got
really
fam-
follow. I
Oh,
don't really.
because you got family there and that. But
I like Chicago Bulls because of
Yeah.
Jordan, but I was never really, Chris Philippou's leaving.
oh, see you, man. After eating all my Kit Kats, he lost his Adidas contract. Said some racist stuff apparently. Who?
Kanye West.
Oh, because he had like the Yeezy thing, didn't he? Like, is
He
that
did
right?
something like that.
What did he say?
I can't. I didn't watch. I just saw like snippets of like some of his interview with that guy.
Yeah.
And
He
the
said,
guy would not even talk.
anti-Semitic, so against the Jews.
Oh, okay.
Okay. He was going to build a hotel, all on hold. Gerard Piqué just found 250 raves at his own property. Graves. Graves. And he was going to build a hotel. It's all on hold. Oh, my God. He's a soccer player for Barcelona.
All right.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's cray.
See you, Chris. Not me, obviously.
See ya, man. Yeah.
I can go somewhere if you
No,
want.
don't go.
Give me a pizza.
Oh, he lost. So anti-Semitic. Put it on a short, go viral, KP. One of our Jordan ones already did go pretty viral when I said,
It went 40K.
yeah, I said LeBron was no comparison.
But
to
you know
him.
what? This one went.
This one.
That went 125. No, 130.
And listen, all I said was I heard it on another video. You know, some guy called me a long-haired freak. He goes, how can it be a high five when the thumbs are on the same side, you long-haired freak? And then someone in the comments wrote, maybe they're high-fiving with opposite hands. And I was just cracking up.
Yeah, maybe.
It's the best. It's being reported to cost him 1.2 billion. Oh, you're talking about Kanye? Sheesh. Well, it cost Mel Gibson a lot, didn't he, when he said some anti-Semitic stuff back, I don't know, it was a while ago.
But isn't he Jewish?
No, he's Australian, but he's not. But he said some. Can't remember what he said. I don't even think it was that. He was drunk. He was pissed, and he said.
Yeah.
Can't remember what he said, but I remember that bit him on the ass a bit.
Yeah, that would.
But I mean, he come back from it.
Mm.
You know, there's this racism stuff, right? Me and Jess were watching the other day. Remember the movie White Chicks?
Oh, that's the best.
All right, so it's the best, right?
Yeah.
So 2 black guys dressed up
That's
as white
white.
chicks. If the roles were reversed, everyone would think that's racist, wouldn't they? Yes, they
Necessarily?
would.
Would
If
they?
they were painted
Would they?
black, the world would be losing it.
Yeah, true.
But it wouldn't be racist. It's just they're having a laugh.
Yeah.
What is it? Does everyone else think that if the roles were reversed and it was white guys painting themselves black, would people be saying that it's racist?
Perhaps. Perhaps.
I typed in high five today. Guess what came up?
Us.
But that's high 10, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not high five. Yeah.
It's-
It's not this. It's not this.
Yeah, if you do that, that's 10. Jess is laughing about
Should
the
be
white
this.
This, even when I heard it, I don't even know if I believed it. I just said it. Well, because I heard it on. I mean, I agree, KP. They would. Yeah. See, that I think they would. Everyone would be going, oh, because you know, what's his name? What's his name? Iron Man. Robert Downey Jr. Is that his name?
Yeah.
That's his name. Yeah. When he was in that Ben Stiller movie and he played the black guy, people were drilling him, saying it was racist, and
That was a good role.
but it was funny.
It was funny.
But he wasn't
yeah.
being racist.
That was Tropic
Yeah, Tropic Thunder.
Tropic Thunder.
But he
yeah.
wasn't being. It was
No.
just funny. But everyone loves white chicks. No one
True.
thinks, oh, it's racist, do they?
Well, they're in 2 separate hands.
No, you're saying about the emoji.
You go that way.
Yeah,
Look,
That's
that's high
high
five. It's the other way.
yeah, and
Look,
so
look,
the
look,
thumbs are on the
look,
same
look,
side.
look. See?
High five, man.
Can be,
But that's what
man.
I'm saying. Some people,
It's an
I don't know,
interesting one.
man. It's a funny debate.
It is.
Do you know what cracks me up so much about the debate? I remember saying, I said this to Jess. The first thing I said, and then I remember John said it here, you said it. Why do people care so much to abuse someone about it?
It's look, as I told you before, it's the simple little things that people get rolled up
Yeah,
about.
but what to get that angry about?
You just type pray and look what came up.
Praising. Hey, I just typed pray. Guess what? G223 is debunking me.
Yeah, he is, man.
Jess, Amanda, I'll be in touch. RE Ghost Tours, all booked out in November. I think Adelaide Jail is more central location, but I can do Strathalbyn, Railway Museum, Port Adelaide, and Glenside Ward Z. Oh my God, I wouldn't.
It sounds like World War Z.
I don't like. I did deliveries to Glenside back, and I didn't like it there.
Nah?
Get bad feelings there.
Oh, man.
I just had bad vibes there.
So you feel stuff, eh?
I just had bad vibes there, man. I remember I went into the reception to make a delivery. I was working for, I was courier back then,
Yeah.
and I just didn't like it. Did not like the feeling there. It's buffet racism. Pick and choose what's racist and what's not. Good point. A chameleon is racist. It always changes colors. GT23 says, try it. You're debunking me too much, GT. No, listen, I just heard it on another thing, man. But what I'm saying is, why do people care so much about an emoji?
Because the simple things, like if we just did something simple right now and made a short of it,
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know, if you gave us an idea, we did it, made a short, I bet you it would blow up.
yeah. Oh, of course.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Can't see the thumbs. This is side, so it has to be prayer. Got to go. Night. All night, Rob. Jess
Good
says,
night,
good night.
Rob.
Have a top week. Would you do a hospital night shift? Oh. Glenside it is, KP. Well, Reeves, if you don't know what Glenside is, it was the mental hospital here, wasn't it?
yeah, it's the mental...
The mental asylum, whatever you want to
Yeah.
call it.
Yeah.
It's crazy, KP. Everyone, yeah, listen, Chris was messaging me and Jess, we were laughing. It was like, Chris was going, he was just sitting there reading the comments, cracking up laughing. And I was pissing myself, bro, because it's an emoji, for fuck's sake. Like, why are you so upset about it? I get the ones with Michael Jordan and that because people have opinions on, but even that, why are you getting so upset? If it's your favorite player, who cares? Who cares if it's like, you know, when I say to you, you're a Port fan, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't rate Charlie Dixon. And you're like, yeah, but I do. Oh, well, that's done. Who cares?
Yeah, no, but like... If
who cares? You don't get upset.
Yeah, but if a lot of people have different opinions on it, and like, there's...
Yeah.
Like, it will come out, like,
Yeah.
people will start to talk about it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But what I'm saying is, you
That's
know, like
what it
when I
is.
say it to you, you don't care that I don't think he's good.
Yeah.
You're just like, yeah, well, good on you.
And the thing about that short was, he just came like, you just went straight into it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shorts are hard, like, they're hard to understand
Yeah,
because you'll put one on and one will go crazy and then you put another one on.
Yeah.
and you
See-
won't go crazy, and then you delete it.
Yeah, I
and
know.
it'll
Put
go
it
crazy.
back. See, I sort of agree with this by Don't At Me. If they care that much about something that small, they must not have many real world issues.
True.
Do you remember the hashtag you put in that? Real world problems?
I did.
World Wild just says it is. It's crazy.
The world's crazy, man.
I think Robbie Gray is overrated, Genwell says.
Well, that's your opinion. I think he's great.
No, I'm joking. He's Ripper. Do you know what the thing is? I've said this to Chris before, and I think it got cut out of that Michael Jordan thing. People, when you say someone's overrated, they get so defensive about it. But saying someone, I've heard this comment, I remember hearing it. Saying someone is overrated is not saying they're bad. Because they might be really good, but someone is saying, like, let's say LeBron, right? He might be an all-time great, but he might be overrated because people are saying he's the GOAT.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Robbie Gray might be overrated because people might be saying, "Oh, he's the best small forward ever." You know, I'm just using him as an example.
Yeah.
Saying someone's overrated isn't necessarily saying they're not good. It's just because the world these days, it's like soccer. They always turn around and go, "Oh, someone's world class," when mate he's not, but he still might be good.
Yeah. I know what
You know what I
saying.
mean? Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, Robbie Gray. I
he
mean,
was
he
a
was
good player.
he was
Robbie
good.
Gray
It was good for us, man.
he's one of Port's best.
If he had
ever
won a
players.
premiership,
He'd be considered a lot.
he'd be one of the one.
He is one of their best players anyway. Like it's
He was.
yeah, he is. He was.
Like if you see the accolades he won,
He was a good player.
Yeah.
Good, and if he had some big injuries that he went through, like anyone that's had
Yeah,
knee
knee
recons and stuff like that, like
shoulders.
it's not easy to, you know, he was a good player.
He was, man. I've seen him win showdowns off his boot.
Why you got to bring that up for? I seen some guy kick a last minute goal to win the
Yeah, I
shot.
saw
I
that
don't
too.
remember his name.
I was live with
What
him.
was his name? I don't remember.
Zach Dawson.
Was it? I can't remember.
Was it Dawson?
Could have been.
Don't at me would know.
Was Robbie Gray at his best? Was he better than Eddie Betts at his best?
Oh, Eddie Betts.
At his best. When was Eddie Betts at his best?
Yeah,
do you
but
think?
see, Robbie Gray was in the midfield. You didn't see Betts go into the midfield at all. But oh man, I think Betts.
Hasselhoff, Dawson.
They were different kind of players, man. Like Robbie Gray was a killer in the midfield.
But he was a good small forward.
He
too.
was. I think Betts was probably a better small forward. Like
Oh,
at his
listen,
prime.
that
But
year-
I reckon like when he won like the MVP like in the midfield, Robbie Gray was fucking
When
unreal.
Betts went, you know, when we got him,
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, man, why are we getting him? Right? Now, because at Carlton, I don't care what they say, he was an X factor, but he wasn't top notch.
Nah, not like
But when
was,
he
yeah.
went to Adelaide
Yeah.
for a good 3 years,
Yeah,
he
he
was
was
the best small forward.
Oh,
in
he
the-
was.
He was. And
He
I
was.
put my hat off to him because I was like, man, I didn't think he was going to be that good for Adelaide because he just came of age here. Like
He did. He did. I mean, like
Hasselhoff, that's right, because I was saying Hasselhoff.
Dawson. It was Dawson. See.
I remember he looked like David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. No, Robbie Gray was great.
That was a good player.
So was Eddie
You're
Betts.
going to record this, aren't you? Because I said a Port player's a good player.
I will record it. Yeah.
You're like, it's going to go down in history.
It's gonna go down in history. One of the best podcasts.
KP admits to a Port player being good. I don't want to say it about a Liverpool player.
It's been a great podcast, man.
It's been a real good podcast, man. Some of the stories listen, it's funny. I'm not going to say it's funny, but it's like ironic saying like, you know, it's been good to talk about these tragic things, but like reading some of them is just unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah, that one. I think the worst one would be Trapped.
I think that one that Jess wrote's worse. That girl.
Yeah.
I think that's the worst. Yeah, and then I think the trapping is the second worst. I think that they're the two worst things I've heard.
Yeah.
That one is
The
terrible.
stuff that happens in Hostel. I think that's
Yeah,
pretty bad.
mate, listen.
If you get trapped by,
So-
you know,
anyone that's left watching, do you believe that like these hostels exist in real life? I do.
yeah, 100%.
You believe it?
Yeah.
I want to see what the chat says. I reckon Jess does.
Especially like I don't know about now, but like definitely
Yeah, I
like
still reckon it agrees.
10 years ago for sure.
In those countries, bro,
Oh,
where they
yeah.
can get away with things, man.
Yeah, I reckon people like harvest like also organs and
Mate,
stuff.
they sell organs on the black market.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
Reeves,
I'd never go to an asylum.
why?
don't.
Why is that again, Will?
Oh, like, do you mean never go to like just walk into one? Oh, listen, I got bad vibes in England, so I admit it. Like, it was 100%, especially Underworld. Everyone is agreeing that.
If I was Batman, I'd go.
Oh yeah, definitely. They have to. They have to. Reeves says it happens. Like, everyone's agreeing. Hostel, it happens.
In a coffin 6 feet under.
Listen, Hostel.
That would be scary. Like being if you got buried alive.
Oh, mate, in the coffin, that'd be bad.
Buried alive.
But is it a much of a muchness to the cave? The thing about the cave, you know what makes the cave worse?
You're really deep.
No, because what Rob said is you're looking at the person that can save you, and they can't save you.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so bad. At least in the coffin, you're like, yeah, well, I'm gonna die. You pretty much accept it. Because how are you getting out? That looking at never walk in. Gen was saying, I agree. I believe a lot of crazy stuff exists. Jess says, yeah, they do, man.
Yeah.
Listen, our families are from like European countries and that, and things that happen like over there in those dangerous countries and that, like like Cyprus, for example, my dad's country, mate. The Russian mafia run that place.
Oh,
so you know the things that are going on behind the scenes. In those,
even here, mate.
I'm just saying. I'm just giving an example. Over there, they run the cops, man. Here, it's not a.
Oh, look, here stuff happens behind stuff that happens. Of course it does, man, and you'd be surprised what happens.
Of course it does. That is humans doing bad. Just 100%. Even like the film Taken, people that happens more than anything.
You know what? If I had the balls to get this lady on here to talk about Adelaide, to interview her,
there's some terrible shit, man.
Yeah, I'll get it, but because I'm so scared that cops
would be dead.
I don't. But yeah,
I don't go to funerals often and just don't like to see old people. Fair enough. Dark web is eye-opening. Absolutely.
Would you go to a morgue?
Depends what it was for. If I had to identify something, I would. Like my dad has, I don't know what's the way of putting it, man. Like the old way of saying it, man. Like he has balls of steel. Like my dad has identified, bodies of like his best friend before, and just been able to do it stone faced. Like yeah. And it was his best mate.
Some people have that.
Like, and like family members, and like he had to do that at morgues and on crash. My dad's done it a few times, and it's like you said, some people can just do that stuff. Yeah. If I had to do that for a loved one, I'd do it. Go to a morgue. Like that doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you. That's all right.
I don't think so. Not if I had to do it for someone important to me.
No.
But who knows? I don't like viewings because I don't like remembering. I'll look at my bapu and that, but I just don't like remembering him like that because life is gone.
I went to Sandro's viewing.
It's not him. Don't look like him. As much as they do a good job, it doesn't look like him.
Nah, it wasn't him, man. But I had to see it for myself.
You have to, bro.
Because I wasn't there.
It's closure. It's closure.
Yeah, it was.
I've always wanted to work in a morgue.
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man.
Remember in Men in Black when they go to the morgue and they keep flashy thinging because they want to see the dead body? It's got like aliens in it. Did you flashy thing me, Kay? Did you flashy thing me? Reeves is the same, he says. He's done an up arrow.
Reeves.
He wants to work in a morgue too.
Maybe that's why I changed his name to Reeves.
Reeves. Did you change your name because, of these crazy stories? You don't want the ghost to find reborn.
To find reborn.
He's been reborn as Reeves.
He's been reborn as Reeves.
He's like, these ghosts ain't going to find me now, man. I'm Reeves.
Nah, that's it.
I'm Reeves.
Reeves. I like it.
I like Reeves. I like calling him Reeves. We've got nicknames now. There's Reeves. There's Reeves. Damn.
There's Damn.
We got to get Ron Simmons for him. We have to. Ron Simmons will be there for him.
We got the King of the North.
King of the North. Jimmy T'sh One Lick Jim.
One Lick Jim.
And Father Jim. But I like One Lick Jim. It's even better.
I can't believe he hasn't come into the show tonight. No John as well. Where are these guys?
Terrible.
Terrible, man.
We should
if you're on the show, I'm always on making sure that I'm in the chat.
Yeah.
I understand people got stuff to do, but it's 10:30 at night. I'm sure they can come on for 2 seconds.
Relaxed face muscles look weird, Jess is saying, like when you see the viewings.
Yeah,
I agree. Good night all. Take care. See you next time. Take it easy. Don't at me.
See you, damn.
Take it easy. Damn.
We're going to get going soon too.
You wait till we get Ron Simmons on the next one for you, mate.
Oh, yeah, we are.
If anyone doesn't know, when Ron Simmons says damn, it's the best. There's no better.
After this podcast, go and look it up on
Google Ron Simmons. Damn.
or Farouk.
Farouk. Yeah, that's what he was at the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, Farouk. Yeah.
You know, they reckon he was like arguably like the strongest
Oh, he
like
was
wrestler
awesome.
ever.
Yeah, he was wild.
They were talking about pure strength, and I was watching it. They were saying him, Goldberg, Brock, and Cena are probably like the
Yeah.
top. Like,
You can
no one has ever been physically as strong as them.
I think Cena's probably the strongest.
Oh, they were saying Goldberg.
Goldberg.
This was the list I saw. They said
Okay.
Goldberg, Cena, then Simmons.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Then Simmons, yeah.
Yeah.
Because they were just saying things like when Goldberg jackhammered the Big Show, they were like, it was... No one thought he could do it.
Nah.
Not even backstage, they didn't think he did it. Night, damn.
Well, I think we've covered every aspect tonight, don't you think?
I think we have. Would you live somewhere knowing your backyard or front yard is a cemetery?
No. Nah, give me the heck out of there, man. No way. No
Are
chance.
you scared of cemeteries?
No, I'm not scared of cemeteries, but
You know, like some people freak out, they don't like them. I'm not, they don't bother me.
they don't bother me, man. Nah.
I don't, you know what? It depends what the house was. If they said to me, listen, you got this huge mansion that's worth millions of dollars and there's a cemetery at the back, I'd probably live there.
Depends. If it bothers you, it bothers you.
I'd have Halloween parties at the back.
Reeves would be there.
I'd have Halloween parties at the back. Reeves would be there on the stairs making noises. You know?
Reeves.
Mika and Katie from Paranormal Activity
Mika will be there.
Mika will be videotaping everything.
Yeah.
Douchebag of a boyfriend just with the light in the face. What
does-
would be the light?
does
Can you
Kate-
tell me that?
I don't know. I don't know why. It's like they're having these lights here.
Like right on. It's like, man, turn the fucking light off. You haven't seen the rest of them at all, have you?
Nah. What? Oh, before
My god, you could do a live deep web search night.
What's that mean?
The dark. Have you been on the dark web before?
No.
Oh my god, terrible.
So what do we search?
You can search anything, man. You can hire people to. You can buy organs on the black market
Oh
there.
my god.
It's crazy. Deep web's crazy. Just hanging out, listening for the stairs creaking, Reeves says. One thing I always don't want to do during cemetery visits, walk over their coffin.
In some places
We have to, yeah, in a lot of them. In the Greek, remember, you know our one, the Greek, you have to, yeah, Centennial
Here,
Park.
Centennial
You
Park,
can't help it.
You can't.
If I place something, I always go to the side. There you go. Hey, people have their, you know. I remember when my Bapu passed away, Krillin that just went to her bed. Freaked him out, man, because when we got to the gravestone, it had his name on it. And he was looking at it because he's named after him.
Oh, he's like,
First, last name, everything. And that, like, I
Really?
remember Chris was looking at it and he was like, fuck.
You gotta not let that bother you.
Yeah, no, but it's just the
Oh, yeah, I know what you
initial
mean.
reaction of
Yeah,
seeing
yeah,
it. It's like
right.
trippy.
No, it's
It was good, man.
thinking about death is it's a hard thing to talk about because no one really wants to die.
Yeah.
So
Chris will peak, Jess is saying, if we do a dark web search. But we've got to have another laptop here that's not... You got to just have some dodgy laptop that's hooked up to an IP
yeah,
like
do.
thing. Yeah, you have to. You don't do it on your laptop.
No,
No
no
way.
way. No, we'll have a look at it. So
We'll do some crazy stuff. So we're going to review The Watcher soon, aren't we?
what's going to ask you? What do you want to do for a watch along next?
Is it a movie?
Well,
Paranormal Activity 2?
I reckon the watch along was great.
Since we're so dark,
It doesn't even have to
Texas-
be a dark movie. It could be like
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Coming to America?
it could be something like I don't know.
Well,
it could be
everyone
something-
said they liked us doing a watch.
How about
Is it a comedy? We've got to do a comedy so people can see you laugh.
how about
Or I like seeing you scared, sorry.
if everyone goes onto the Discord and writes down the movies they want us to watch on a watch along?
Yeah, whoever's in the Discord,
Or whoever wants to join the Discord,
please
go in-
join it. It's in the description. We want everyone to join the HFD Media Discord.
Yep.
So because, it's our way of telling people we're going live that don't, from that, that are on that platform.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
guess.
So yeah, just jump on, guys. Also, make sure you check out the food channel, guys, because the food channel is still going. It's in the description below, so make sure you guys check it out. And it's all our food reviews and all that kind of stuff, so, and food challenges. Also, guys, before we go, HFD merch.myspreadshop.com.au
Oh, absolutely.
for all your HFD merch. Make sure you go check it out. The Have You Seen Father Jim mug is a bestseller.
It's the best.
Everyone wants to drink from that mug in the morning. And also, you got your hoodies, your hats, your t-shirts. Check it out, guys. If you buy it does help. If you do buy something, it does help us out. So
Absolutely. Jess is a dark web regular. Then she says, been on twice. There you go. Yeah, Jess, you've got Discord. It's in our description, and you be in the HFD media server. Like the Genwell's in there, George is in there, GT23, Chris, Reeves, Team Thos, and he's put brackets HFD because I don't know if everyone knows that's John. So he's put himself as brackets HFD. Not nice guy. So yeah, it's our way we can just, and it's our fans, if they like, they can communicate with each other in there because they can chat. It's a chat room. So
yeah, that's right. So
what's a comedy everyone knows but you haven't seen? Do you know what would be funny watch along for a comedy?
What?
I know everyone's seen it, but Step Brothers.
Oh, it's the best.
Dude, that movie, bro.
It's so
You know that bit when not Will Ferrell, the other one punches his brother, Derek, and Will Ferrell comes up there and he's like, "You stood up to the one they called Derek." The best.
You know what we should do? Like, you know how there's heaps of series out? We should do a watch along, but series and split it.
Yeah.
That's what we should do. We could have done the Watcher.
Do you know we could actually split You because it's coming out in 2 parts in February? It's the first part, I think 4 episodes or whatever it is, are coming out February.
Yeah.
And the second parts are coming out.
Well, we could do You.
And that's a thriller.
We could do You.
Yeah, we could. It's popular. People love that
Yeah.
show.
I was just thinking about the Step Brothers.
Oh, Step Brothers, man. Is next level.
Yeah.
That bit, that scene, mate, me and my brothers had bunk beds growing up.
It's good, eh?
And when they're so excited that they get their bunk beds,
Yeah.
that's what we were like. When we got bunk beds when we were young, I was doing RKOs off the top bunk, man, to my brothers.
Oh, there you go. Oh, you can stream in the Discord.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
We just don't have enough people in there.
Yeah, what we want to do is we'll probably start using it as when we do podcasts from each other's houses, we'll probably start using the video chat in there because I think it's a bit better as well.
Okay. Everyone's going to bed now.
Yeah, we're going to go too, guys. Zakal says, take care to everyone. Stay safe. What a nice guy.
See you, Zakal. Have a good one, mate.
They got lucky it rained.
Who got lucky?
You talking about in Step Brothers?
Night, Zakal. Night.
Not Zakal. Champion.
Guys, if you're brand new to the show, make sure you
Oh,
subscribe.
he's talking about the cricket. Bangladesh will beat in 10 runs and over.
We hate cricket here in HFD. No, we don't hate it.
We don't hate it.
But
We love what's that other sport with the weird ball? The one where they run forward but pass backwards?
rugby.
Oh, rugby. Ever since our rugby fans left, we hate it.
Yeah, rugby union, rugby league people.
We used to have these people coming in the chat all the time that loved rugby,
and now they're gone.
When they finally realized, they thought we liked rugby, and then when they actually dawned on them that we hated rugby, we have never seen them since. What was his name? Mr. Lachlan and the other...
Mr. Lachlan and his 2 friends.
I can't remember. The night is young for me, how GT says.
He's a young
He's a young guy.
Young guy.
He's a GT23, man.
The GT23. Anyway, see yous. Oh, thanks a lot, man.
Anyway, see you, man. It was good. Yeah, we're gonna jet too, man.
You hate rugby? I don't hate it. He doesn't like it.
No, you know what? I don't dislike it. I don't know. I'm not into it. I just don't know much about it.
I don't mind it. Like, I've been to a few NRL games,
Yeah,
and they're awesome to go watch. Like, I like the hard hits, but
yeah, I'm just not. I'm not. It's not that I hate it. I'm just not into it. I'm not.
Yeah.
And they thought that we really loved it, but none of us really
no, I love it. I don't mind it.
Yeah, like it's
Like, I like watching State of Origin. I think that's great. But
football. The last State of Origin I watched, Tony Lockett kicked 17 goals.
AFL State of Origin.
Yeah, it was wild.
No,
Stephen Kernahan.
I'm talking about the rugby.
Oh, he's in Perth, bro. So it's like what?
Oh, it's like
8 o'clock or something.
Yeah. Like, it's like nearly 11 o'clock here.
Yeah, we're gonna jet. We've had a good night. It was a killer night, guys. Like I said, it's weird saying it was good talking about these bad things, but Wales fan
That's rugby union, I think.
Yeah, Wales. Unless they could be in the rugby league too, I guess. World Cup.
Maybe. World Cup's coming on as well, guys. So
Oh yeah, World Cup for
a lot of watch-alongs.
soccer book.
Yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, but yeah. So back to it. It was it was a real interesting topic.
It was interesting.
What's the absolute worst way to die? Crazy topic.
It was a good topic, and if you got any other topics you want us to discuss, guys,
Yeah.
let us know in the comments or put it in the Discord.
Yeah, if you're someone that's in the Discord, put it in the Discord. If there's a topic you want us to talk about or comment,
yeah, if you're
we
not in the Discord.
we love that. We love ideas. Like how many ideas have been from Jess and Amanda? Like
Yeah, tonight Amanda came up with this one.
so many have been from Jess and Amanda. Like we love just getting ideas because we love talking about everything. So just either if you're in the Discord now, put it there or put it in the comments and.
That's it. Well, I'm gonna go for a walk in this mist. And
I'm a bit scared of that mist though, man.
It
Still looks a bit
crazy.
wild.
Well, I'm gonna follow the moon and see if I turn into a werewolf.
You look a bit werewolfy. Greece are in the Rugby League World Cup. Didn't they lose 94-4 against
That's a
England?
disgrace.
Wasn't it against England?
What a disgrace. That's a disgrace, man.
Oh, so that was the league, not union. Okay, yeah,
Rugby league.
that's disgrace.
League's different, yeah. All right, guys. Well, as I said before, like, share, subscribe. Where's the subscribe button?
Do all that fancy stuff.
Where is it? Here you go. Subscribe and make sure you check out all our social media platforms in the description below: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You name it.
And if you didn't know, Chris is going to be doing a stand-up at the Fringe imitating Jimmy T. So
Yes. Maybe we'll do a short with the Jimmy T one, but it won't get anywhere.
you just be on stage going, "Oh, man, oh, what's
Oh my god, man. Jimmy T. He's lost it.
Wait,
I'm too tired to
if
make
he
it
eats the chip, I want you to imitate it.
All right.
All right. When he eats it, you imitate. it.
You're like, quick, give me water. Give me
And they'll
milk.
be like, "Oh, we've run out of milk, man. We've run out of milk."
The milk didn't do anything.
The milk
really.
did nothing.
No, it didn't do anything.
Have a good one, guys. Take care, everyone. Thanks, Reeves. Absolute champion.
Stay hunky, guys.